We are live. Hey, I think I hit the post that time. Holy shit, folks. Don't get upset. I just ruined the post by saying that. I am Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. We have a full room today. A full room. Stage right at the moment until I move people around.
Well, it's a full room until someone farts, but yeah.
Well, so at least we won't smell it from each other. This isn't that kind of a virtual room. Rob Conley. Now, Rob, you might have just seen Wednesday night because he was playing the role of Jason Hobbs. Long story.
I'll steamroll him wherever he goes.
The founder, the fish, is none other than Greg Christopher.
Hey, I'm hiding over here.
I believe the die is named Wimpy. Was that right? Did I get that right?
Yeah, that's my original D20 from 1978.
No shit, really?
All right.
Yeah.
So hiding behind the Wimpy die, which the die that only rolls ones, I would have guessed.
No. Wimpy was the one thing that the only die I've ever had that actually rolled well for me. And
really?
It's been downhill since, yeah.
Except for saving throws. I believe it had a problem with
no saving throws, just to hit rolls, yeah.
All right. That is Tim Shorts, if you have not figured it out yet.
That dice killed my character.
The man in the man
he's still pissed about it, dude. Yeah, look at his face. God damn it.
40 years ago,
That
fucking guy killed my character.
Still killed my character.
He's plotting. He's like, that one killed my character.
Revenge will be mine.
To die.
My revenge is 30 years in the making.
The awesome man in the disco room is none other than our very own Matt Jackson.
Evening.
And as usual, behind some classic D&D art is none other than Joe the Lawyer.
Howdy do, folks.
So, by the way, just so you know, Courtney's already stirring shit in the chat. He wants to hear about the Ennies.
The Ennies?
Why?
He wants to hear about the thirsty sword wielding whatever. Is that what
Glenn got nominated. That's the good
did.
news.
Right. I mean,
I missed that. I gotta say, I'm going through this whole thing live, going, who the fuck knows? Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck knows? Who the fuck cares?
That was pretty much a 10-minute podcast. So, shit.
I didn't recognize. I mean, I recognized the thirsty whatever, but. Because that just was all over the place for a couple of weeks in the news, but the rest I feel bad, but I don't know any of them.
Yeah, I mean,
don't feel bad.
Don't feel bad.
Just feel lucky. You're so lucky, man.
What?
You know,
is it relevant? Are the Ennies relevant anymore? Do you guys? I mean, Tim, when's the last time, Tim, you looked at the Ennies and says, "I got to get that shit"?
Well, when I've never done that. I mean, I'm just not an award person. I've never. I mean, for any scope of like music or movies or whatever, I like what I like, and I don't need somebody else to tell me it's good. Just always been like that. I mean, you know, I'm always happy to see someone like Glenn win, and you know, some of the folks I do, because I mean, he does amazing work. He really does, and and then who was the other one who won last year? I was really happy to see. Can't remember.
Well, that just tells you.
Was it? Oh, it was Diego or Diogo.
Oh yes,
yeah, with his Blood Queen adventure with OSC, and I'm really happy to see. Guys like that get a nod. I mean, even though I might not pay attention to it, when folks like I've worked with or know, I'm always happy to see them go home with a medal.
Okay.
No,
makes sense.
But,
speaking to Glenn, he recommended something on MeWe a week or two ago. Plug for MeWe, guys. The 3E Forgotten Realms campaign setting, and you guys, I asked you why and this and that, and I really had never. I just didn't pay attention to that shit back in the 3E days, and I just got it in the mail because there's Ivy drilling a wall or something. No, is that Tim sharpening pencils still?
I'll mute. No, Ivy's making ice cream. So.
All right.
Oh, I should have known. I should have recognized is that the Ninja?
Yeah.
It's the Ninja Creamy.
Yeah.
Yes,
oh my God, It sounds like you are literally going to take a helicopter in your house and launch it. Does great work. It makes great
Oh, it's so good. The
fruit smoothies.
Vitamix is much, much louder. The Vitamix makes it sound like the helicopter is going through the house.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, like this one will like shake the walls a little bit if you don't have a proper security. You're like, what the fuck? Great results, but still.
Yeah, I got this thing though from we started talking about D&D. Now we're off to fucking Vitamixes and what happened to us? We just turn in on man cards, guys. We just turn
no. Hey, listen, we'll bring it. We'll bring it back to the end.
Bring it back.
We'll bring it back to the end because it's topical, it's relevant, and it's like a rash. It never goes away. It comes back yearly, right? I mean,
how you really feel, Eric?
You got that rash too.
Right. I got this Annie's rash. It really hurts my bottom. No, but listen, and the Annies, when they were more relevant, this is going to be my opinion, when they were more relevant, they were also less legitimate. Okay, because when it used to actually have titles from Wizards of the Coast and Paizo and other higher level publishers, which meant that if you were a smaller publisher and you got recognized, that was pretty big, right? It wasn't just because you were in a swimming pool with a bunch of other
guppies,
small fish. You were in
flounders,
big fish,
for example.
Right. You know,
flounders.
But flounders, for example, flounders. But the problem back then was, and I will admit that I was probably the one that maybe caused some change, is that I did research and saw that the same people were being recycled in as judges. And they might step away for a year. In one case, they step away for a year because their spouse would step in, and then it would go back. So it was a lot of, it's not even nepotism, because it was the same effing people.
It's more like incestuous.
It was incestuous. And here's the thing, and I would assume if you're a publisher, you would know this, but a lot of the non-publishers don't realize this. Ennies aren't like, I don't know, other potential awards where you are recognized for the work you do. The Ennies are, I'm going to submit my work, sometimes to multiple locations around the world. I have to mail it physically, and the people that receive it, in general, it might have changed now, keep it or sell it. And there was a big aftermarket for any submissions. Because one category could get 50 submissions. How many categories were there? So there was a lot of incentive to remain a judge, and being a judge required really one thing: getting your public social media people excited enough to vote you in as a judge.
We got that one year, remember? There was a bunch of OSR peeps. There was that dude from Australia, that really cool, funny guy I played with a lot in the first games.
Heath.
There was that Anna Mandarner,
Yep.
I can never pronounce her freaking last name. She was a judge. And that year, the OSR crushed it. That goes to show. I mean, it was quality shit. They deserved it. But at the same time, you get the right people and you get a certain flavor of people win.
Right. Or if you get, honestly, when you look at gaming, if you look at Roll20, if you look at Fantasy Grounds, what are people overwhelmingly playing? With one exception, really, of Call of Cthulhu, which usually makes the top 3 or 4.
Yeah.
People are playing D&D and D&D derivative games. And the only category that carried that away was the one category where it was a community content, and it was all DM's Guild shit. Because everything else, though, was independent games, which I'm not saying they aren't good, but they aren't what is going to be necessarily selling on drive-thru, let alone be the ones that are being played. They might be boutique, they might be interesting, but it's not showing you the best of what, in my opinion, people are playing. That's because big companies like Wizards of the Coast and Paizo were kind of politely told, you're winning too many prizes, so we'd like you not to participate anymore.
No shit. I thought they just stopped.
No, I've heard that either they were politely told or it was understood that they'd won too many prizes, and this should be spread out there a bit more. So as opposed to going, all right, we'll just submit 1 or 2 products, they were submitting like the whole line, Yeah, we'll ship like a 50-pound box of adventures and modules out to everybody, all 5 judges. No big deal, right?
Mm.
Your company decides to Paizo or Wizards of the Coast, but they don't. So the only really like what mainstream publishers were putting stuff out, Modifus was submitting stuff, and I guess Chaosium. Others like Fate. I mean, I look at that. Yeah, the companies I recognize, but are they companies that their products are being played across the board? No, but that wasn't. It's a popularity contest now coming up. Of now that we've got our 5 per category, now everybody gets to. If you're one of those 5, you got to like use your social media savvy and push those votes like Raggy did. Remember when Raggy crushed it because he knew if he got products into the final, he knew enough how to break the system and make it so that his stuff won Ennies. So it's really Ennies is actually as worthless as like the Major League Baseball All-Star team is, which it isn't the best players, it's the most popular players. The Ennies is turning into it isn't the best, and it isn't even the most popular because it's a smaller, community you're drawing from. It's who can manipulate their audience enough to get them an award. That's just my rant, and I'm sticking to it. Fuck it. Look at that.
Well, I think the ability to manipulate other people does show how wonderful your product is, obviously.
Right?
I just can't afford to ship that many copies through the submission process.
That's the other thing. Yeah.
Then you don't deserve to buy that award. Oh wait. Sorry, I gave away a little too much there.
Did you guys ever submit anything to the Ennies?
I submitted 1 year, and I saw how much of a fantastical farce it was, and so I stopped.
What did you submit, Greg? A&A?
A&A won.
No shit. Wow.
Yeah. That was...
How much did it cost you to submit?
It cost me way... I don't want to even go look and find out, and I've forgotten what it was, and I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna here. We're gonna not give numbers, but you got to ship out 5 copies to 5 different locations. 10 years or so ago, that was probably at least 1 location in Eastern Europe and probably 1 on the other side of the world. And
Hope they get it.
And that was the nature of the beast. And I'll be honest with you. Again, I've no inside information, but there were so many products received for so many different systems. How many do you think got a look at like beyond? They looked at the cover and went,
Yep. No. There's no way they could read it all. It's like when Congress drops a 1,000-page bill and they vote on it 2 hours later. Like, who read that?
No, the lobbyists who wrote it. The lobbyists who wrote it read it.
Yeah,
it's impossible. So that's the kind of thing. It's a data smog issue. There's so much stuff that they can't possibly decide. So they make a decision based on other indicators like popularity and what they feel some kind of arbitrary feeling about, rather than it being on actual quality of the product.
Well, hold on a second. So, Eric, I put the page with the judges for this year.
Oh, okay. Let me get that.
I'm not the most RPG social guy. I have no idea who any of these people are. The only one that I might know is somebody named D, because they were on Gnome Stew, or they wrote for it. They weren't even on it, maybe? I don't know.
Gnome Stew was a collective, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like a bunch of people, wasn't it, back then?
I've heard of it. Everything else I've never heard of. I don't even know who these people are.
And that's what, here's the thing. To be a judge, you can't, I believe that you can't be a publisher. I mean, it could be that you can't even be a curator. But these people have found a way.
It's best if you have no expertise whatsoever.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Oh, God.
The one at the bottom, her skill set is, and I mean, sorry if I'm beating up on you, Christian, but your credential is that you listen to tabletop role-playing podcasts. The one on the very bottom.
Yeah. Play and create stuff for new games and play any fun game we get our hands on. Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
And
Okay, so the
God.
as far as shipping costs from Drive-Thru RPG and print on demand, it cost me about $8 to ship to most places in the United States. 5 copies of my digest-sized hardback for my Majestic Fantasy RPG.
Well, that would be $750 times 5 because they're going to 5 different addresses, assuming they're all in the States. But it's
wait a minute. But there's 5 judges, right?
Yeah.
And each of them get 5 copies, right?
No, each judge gets 1 copy. But you're sending out a total of 5 separate copies around the world. So it adds up. It's not a centralized location where somebody says, all right, we are centralizing it. You ship everything to this one location. They are going to box it and then mail it out too. No, it isn't. It isn't done that way. So it's expensive.
I thought you meant I sent 5 copies to each of 5 judges.
No, that would certainly be.
I don't know why
we're my neighborhood store. I've got 2,500 pieces of material for you to buy from me. But I mean, listen, every category gets 5 finalists. How many entries in some of these categories?
So it's $10. It's $10.60 to ship it to London. To Germany, it's where is it? Where's the German address I have?
But here's the thing too, Rob. You're assuming that these people are doing things to Drive-Thru, which has a local printing aspect. If you don't, if you did something where you printed it and you printed 500 copies and they're sitting in your garage, and now you're mailing out 5 across the world.
Yeah.
Australia up until like last month was only allowing products into Australia if they were shipped next day air.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everything else was quarantined. Now apparently you can get.
Holy shit! It takes $12 to ship to Canada and only $10 to London.
Well, the other thing too is if you're going to ship it, you're going to make sure that it got there. So you're going to pay extra for certified, trackable, blah blah, right? So that's the other thing. You're going to pay more money. I'm just looking at these people here. No, not for nothing, but I can't tell what D looks like. It's just a picture like I got. But shouldn't there be some kind of age requirement? Don't you have to have some kind of like fucking gray hair? These people
are such a gatekeeper, Joe. It should be everybody, and we should have a diverse list of people.
I don't mind diversity. I'm just saying experience. Shouldn't you have some kind of level? I've been playing D&D at least more than I've been out of grade school.
All right, so let's see. We lost Greg and we got Greg back. Okay. Amelia is a podcaster. D is a streamer VTuber. Salim is a game designer and filmmaker. Christopher, I have no idea. Oh, I've been in any church before, so I understand as well what it takes. What it takes to make money off this. I don't know what he does. And Christian, A.K. Skinny, like you said,
shiny, not skinny.
Shiny. Listens to
don't be fat shaming.
Hey, I was just clarifying the word. I didn't say anything.
No. But so her call to Gaming Fame is that she listens to podcasts. I mean, I know so many people in the gaming industry that are on the periphery, and maybe they've published once or twice, and they're no longer they're self-published, right? They're not publishing the work of others, or people who are freelancers who would be a lot more, in my opinion, qualified to be judging this stuff. Again, I don't see but these all have had some manner of getting their social media mobilized to get voted. I mean, two of them have casts, and I'm sure maybe they've been doing it for a while. So you got that mobilization to get voted into it. I mean, the only thing I've ever submitted was a podcast years ago, and then I realized why. Because for the longest time, it was Ken and Robin talk about stuff, winning the gold every effing year. What was the point to do anything? It's like, if you enter, you need to tell us what you want to have played when you win your your potential award. It's like, no.
I've never even heard of any of the sponsors of this.
Mark wants to know, how much do you think is spent total by all the entries? You know what? We don't. I've never been told. I don't think we've ever heard how many entries are submitted every year. But
Yes.
I would say,
You want the fan on?
no, to Ivy. He'll pass on the fan.
Huh?
I heard Ivy asking if we want the fan on.
It's fucking hot in here. Whew.
I'm sure. That's why
was.
if I put the AC on in my room, you
Yeah.
would never hear me. All you'd hear was the incessant hum. I would guess. Maybe we'll make up a number, just pure guessing. Probably around 250 total submissions for each person to receive. Can you imagine getting 250 gaming deliveries? I'd be divorced.
Shit.
You know, how do you?
I'd be on eBay. That's what I'd be.
That's just thousands and thousands of dollars of product that's just been chucked in the trash can, essentially. I mean, like it now. The odds of any of these individual people using more than 2 or 3 of the things they receive at the table is high. I mean, it's just total waste. It's
what would happen if? I'm sorry, Greg. I didn't.
Go ahead. Oh, I didn't really.
No, I mean, what happened if? I'm not saying this is the best product ever, but what happened? You know, something that looked like this was the best product ever, yet you had to compete with some of those products with other covers.
I believe your question is answered in the final scene of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Oh, and that would be
the cup of Christ is a humble cup indeed, my friend.
God.
I mean, truly, that's the question. I mean, like, why should you pick the glittering prize over the real deal? You know, like, who's going to judge that? Not these people. I mean, I don't know these people from Adam, but I mean, what expertise could they possibly have? If they had a team of 5 people who did professional layout design every day for their job, and those people were given books to just flip through and then say, okay, this book has the best layout in my opinion, blah, blah, blah. That would have actual value.
Full circle. That's what I was saying before. Glenn Seal recommended the Forgotten Realms 3rd edition book. I'm like, all right, based on Glenn's recommendation, I dropped $60 on fucking Noble Knight and I got it.
It's awesome book.
This is what I'm. This and it's
and I had
right
nothing
now.
to do with it, Joe.
Huh?
Rob wants his cookie.
Gosh.
I mean, I'll give Glenn Seal credit for starting the ball rolling, but I think I pushed it a little down
You
the
did,
way.
but if it wasn't for Glenn, I wouldn't even have asked you guys about it. Right? So that's the thing. So he started it, and you guys completed it. I'm like, all right, it's worth $50-$60, whatever hell I paid for it. And then just at a quick glance, love the map. The layout does look good. The font is too fucking small for my old eyes. Other than that, it looks really good.
So, Wizard Tower Games came back with the answer, by the way.
What's that?
510.
So now,
so what would you assume for an average price? $20?
I'll lowball it and let's say 15. Let's say 15. So that's what $7,500 worth of gaming material times 5. So we're looking at well over what $40,000 in gaming material distributed around the world in order for a handful of books.
People with no experience to judge.
But it gets worse than that. Okay, so how did somebody know how long they have to review these 510 products? I mean, I think it's only 1 or 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, it's maybe a season. So you're going through how many like 10 products a day? Let me go through this.
And it can't possibly be a judgment based on actually using the product
or reading it all. You're not reading it all.
I mean, like, I hate to use this as an example because I don't really have a good history with Zach Smith. But on the back of what was Bornheim, where you rolled the dice on the book itself, you know, like how many people who judged that ever even made a single roll on the back of that book?
Yeah.
I just choose that example because it's visual and obvious. But I mean, how many things were written in these books that these people didn't acknowledge or use in any way, try anything? You know, I used to get into arguments with James Mal about his insistence that like D&D is always right. Like there was a reason why they wrote it that way in the first version, and how many people actually play according to the first version, like the real, like no house rules, pure, exactly.
Nobody can figure it out.
Right.
No, when me and Tim growing up, I mean, Tim will have his own opinion, but what I observe is everybody played with AD&D stuff, but with BX rules to handle things like combat and other things.
Yeah, so how are these people going to give you the opinion on the, running it exactly as done, which nobody does, and within a few months period when, I mean, I guess some of these boutique games could have really short time horizons, like some of the Fate stuff. But, I mean, who plays a campaign that lasts, well, Matt, I guess. Never mind. That answer that question. Who plays a campaign that's less than that period of time? I mean, that's for one game. Like, are these people playing every day continuously, all these products all the time? No. So they're just skimming them.
Well, which is what Bad Mike says too. Bad Mike says inside info. They don't read everything, which is why the look of the product is important. And yes, I mean, I'm still amazed. It would be 10 years ago, I guess this any season, that Mazes and Perils from Vince Florio won an Ennie. I believe it was a gold Ennie as best free product, and it was an OSR game. All right, it didn't win because it looked great, but I guess somebody bothered to actually read it and like the simplicity of the presentation of the rules. But the reality is, it's when you look at these things, it's Thirsty Sword Lesbians. It's got art house art kind of stuff on the cover, and I'm sure that the appeal is going to be, wow, this looks awesome. How's it play? This looks awesome.
Yeah.
That's the answer.
Do the judges talk among themselves, or are they like the Supreme Court
their work is done right
There's got to be haggling involved.
So
There's got to be you vote for this, I vote for that.
Right. So remember, the judges only decide on which titles go to the popularity round. Okay, so the judges get their 500 plus books delivered to the house.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I own a mansion and yacht, and then they take those 500 books and they pick out, I guess, their top 3 per category, and then the votes are added up, and those top 5 from those judges, or maybe it's every judge's top 1, right? Hey, that's right. There's 5 finalists per category. There's 5 judges, so I'm assuming then that every judge picks 1 per category, and if there's an overlap, then I guess they go, oh, well, what was your second choice?
Yeah, you couldn't do a ranking with 510 submissions.
Well, but remember, they're all different categories.
Yeah.
But once you have they've decided the top 5 per category, and again, maybe they vote on what's the top 5 and there's a point thing. I don't know. I haven't been behind the scenes in this one. But then it becomes the popularity contest. Then it becomes, and for the popularity contest, if you have a boring cover, you're not going anywhere. Come on. There were baseball players who can't tie the fucking shoes that are getting voted as all-stars because they got a pretty face for TV and people like that, or they stand well in the batter's box. Not everybody, or it's your favorite team. I love that publisher. I'm going to vote down the board for Wipe My Ass. Well, Wipe My Ass just got, and they have a great social media presence. So look at that. Look, they raked in votes. That's how Raggy did it.
Well, right? But those things are different and subjective based on what somebody wants out of a game. If you could design a really awesome layout to go with, again, because I do layout for my job. You could design a really awesome layout that is impossible to print on a regular printer, so that if anybody wants to just print their character class and hand it to their friend who's never played before, they can't do that unless you have a black and white version, art-free version or whatever that you're also got on the side, which of course doesn't exist for most of these hardcover products.
Nope.
And so, what is just different people, that's going to have value or not? Who cares about that? The number one thing that I get a comment on in both first and second edition of Ambition and Avarice
How
is that
thick it is.
I fit many things on the same page. There's no cleric starting 2/3 of the way through one page and flowing through 2 pages and then a quarter of the next page with a weird transition to the next class. Like everything is fitting into an easy frame, and that makes it easier for you to kind of flip between pages and look at different things. It's a reference document technique.
Yeah.
But they aren't using it in almost any role-playing game.
No.
Do you care about that? Some people do. Some people don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But again, Mike's going to make another point. Another point. It's the most ridiculous shit he's ever seen. It always was. They tend to give the award to companies that have the buzz, which is why Necromancer Games, Paizo, Wizards of the Coast won everything the first few years. Read some of the winners of past years. You'll never heard of them, and they still don't get any buyers. And that's...
Well, I was at a game store just before our show here tonight. I stopped in my local one, and there was those thirsty lesbians who like swords book there. So there was on the shelf. I almost got it for you, Matt. I was thinking about it. I really was.
Did you flip through it with the internal art
I
consistent?
did not even give a fuck.
You were afraid to
open it up.
You're gonna lose your old man cred if you pick that up. It'd be like, oh my God, some random person in the store would be like, hey, there's an old man about to.
It's an old bastard reading this book.
Get your phone out. Get your phone out.
That's a trap that's been set up. They were just waiting for Joe to pick it up and take
Yeah.
Post it online. Look at this. This old curmudgeon is reading this. Pervert.
Yeah. God.
I mean, let's face it. That didn't get nominated because of its art. I would bet anybody $100 that did not get nominated because of its art. It got nominated solely based on its title and its subject matter.
Oh, it's probably both. Honestly,
if I raise my X card when you mention the product, does that cause it to lose?
All right.
No.
I bet they have a paragraph in there about the X card.
Oh, it is a Fate game, so.
Oh, there
it's
you
a
go.
Fate game. Jesus.
It's Fate. I didn't know.
I didn't
Wait,
know
I'm pretty sure it's Fate.
is it evil? Whatever.
Yes, it's evil. Whatever. It is. It is.
Yeah. I
Evil
always
Hat or some shit.
want to call it Purple Hat because he has this blue purple hair, but it's Evil Hat.
I just call them evil internal inconsistencies.
But
It just rolls off the tongue.
It does. But that's what happens when you're a moral judgment person.
Yeah. Mike went back 10 years. In 2022, it was all Paizo, Wizards of the Coast, and Chaosium. And of those, Paizo and Wizards of the Coast no longer submit. Now, you can say that they no longer submit because they were asked not to, or they no longer submit because it doesn't do shit for their sales. I never saw Wizards of the Coast ever put an any on one of their products. Like, hey, I don't know, whichever the snow dragons of whatever crap.
It's probably because their stars on Amazon are worth more.
Oh my God!
By leaps and bounds than any of this. We're moving into a quantifiable review system that we don't need judges for things anymore to tell us which is the best.
Wolfgang Bauer, you're right. Cobalt Press. They were nominated again this year. I saw that. I got one of their books. It's all right. But Wolfgang plays the game. He's in the cool group.
When was the last time you watched a movie because it got an Oscar?
That's how I know not to watch it.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
Nominated.
I watched Coda, because it won an Oscar. Saw it popped up on Apple TV. Didn't think of anything of it, and then I thought, won an Oscar, and I thought, okay, let's see what it's about. Of course, it was about a deaf family, and I happened to be partially deaf, so there was that angle too. But
well, I mean, listen, when it comes to Oscars, I'd rather watch a movie that has 10 nominations and didn't win shit than what won, for Best Actor. Probably the rest of the movie sucked, but 10 nominations and you won nothing means that enough people thought about your movie that it was good, but I guess individual pieces weren't enough to be the best. I'd rather see the good movies. So I'd rather see a product that fits into, I guess, 7 categories on the Ennies and doesn't win than the one that gets the Mr. Cotter.
You know, Bad Mike's.
By the
bringing
way,
up
I
Paizo.
do recommend Coda. By the way, it was a very good movie.
I recommend the Led Zeppelin album Coda. That's pretty much the only thing I
I
recommend.
recommend Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, which did not win any Oscars, but which is better than every other movie that came out in 1989.
I gotta watch the new Beavis and Butthead movie.
Me too. I can't
oh
wait.
my god! It
Oh
looks-
god.
What I've seen of it,
Yes.
it looks.
Tim hates it. Tim hates Beavis and Butthead.
Oh,
Turn
I
them off. Tim,
fucking
come on,
hate.
man.
I despise those little dumbass fuckers.
I'm with
Tim
you, Tim.
Tim spends his real life with Beavis and Butthead.
Keep deep for my.
I was in a college class in history, and we had these two guys behind me that were constantly doing, that dumbass laugh all the fucking time. And the teacher's like, you two got to stop, or I'm going to kick you out of the class. And the one guy goes, "Oh yeah, who's going to help you?" And I turned around and raised my hand. I'll help. I will fucking help gladly. Yes, I will do it right now. You don't even have to help, teacher. If it takes me more than 10 seconds to get these two out of the classroom, I would be very disappointed in myself. But the thing, I think the interesting thing we should do, because I know we're kind of beating up on the Ennies, but to really get a proper picture of how it does affect people, you need to get somebody like Glenn on here, and you need to get Diogo on here and ask them how the Ennies maybe affected their sales, or because they're the ones who have the real experience with it.
Right.
We're just the Muppets in the balcony bitching.
That's our role, isn't it?
There we
Isn't
go.
that
I
what we
like
do
that
best? That's what we
So-
do best, the old guys.
Yes.
Exactly. You're right.
They're
But I mean-
the funniest Muppets, man. So
Well, they are. That's why I
They're
always
the
call
best.
I always call Jackson the third Muppet in the balcony.
That's great. That's great. What were their names anyway? Those fucking old bastards. Was one of them named Jackson?
I don't
No.
know.
I don't
Wasn't
think
one
so.
like Waldorf or something?
Yeah,
Waldorf
Waldorf.
in Astoria or something like that. It was. Yeah.
Now, somebody was saying about titles. I have my favorite title of all the Ennies here.
Statler and Waldorf.
Extraction from Demon Fuck Cleveland, 1996. It's in the free game. Has no artwork. Very simple. You can download it in iOS. And I mean, I would just go download it because of the title.
Extraction from Demon what?
Fucked Cleveland, 1996. It's in the
fucked Cleveland.
Cleveland
Yeah.
is pretty fucked. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, tell me you wouldn't want to just take a look at that just because of the title.
I wonder what's the matter with Cleveland in 1996.
Well,
It doesn't matter
Cleveland.
now. It's
Yeah.
Cleveland. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Cleveland.
I mean, it is a bit like redundant, but
that's true.
So, but,
Oh god, Bad Mike brings up Paizo there. Not to change the topic, but we beat the fuck out of these guys for 45 minutes. But what's going on with Paizo? I mean, I know I've heard in this store today. I saw that they put out Rise of the Rune Lords box set for Savage whatever the fuck that's called. That game.
Savage World.
Savage Worlds, yeah. I mean, I've heard that they were going to do 5e shit, but I looked for it. And I saw no Paizo for 5e stuff in the whole game store.
Well, I
that was
don't
a
think
big fucking game store.
I don't think they're going to, but they haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
What the hell are they waiting for? They should have started this 6 years ago.
I know,
But it's a process.
Uh,
Those are not very similar to us that really don't play one or the other or either. It seems like it'd be easy, but it's not neat. I've listened to Frog God Games, people who do conversions from one to the other. It ain't easy. Bad Mike has a point. We can always bring Zach Laser on one day and ask him. He submitted Whisper and Venom box set, Death and Taxes box set, both OSR, and they were both nominated, but neither one.
But you need to bring the winners on, not the losers. See how it affected.
He's now the chief operating officer of Frog God, so I think he won in the end.
He won in the end. I don't know about that. That's still. I don't know if Frog God won. I got to give Zach shit.
I'm not saying
I've known Zach before his Venom days, so I don't get to give him shit too much. So I got to throw out a few things now and then. So.
Yeah, Zach's good. Zach's like my workout conscience because even when I can't like get in like a game of virtual racquetball, when he wants to, he reminds me I got to get up on my VR headset or just lift some free weights or do some kind of exercise because he will guilt me. So we do VR racquetball to talk our behind the scenes gaming nonsense shit.
Right.
But and like today I couldn't do it, but I'll probably I don't know. Maybe I'm just gonna do some like free weights because I'm in pain. I anybody here have a VR headset? Rob, you guys have a VR headset, right?
Yep, sitting up on the. Well, you can't see my stairs. Yeah, I have a VR headset. My wife has a VR headset, and my son already went through 2 VR headsets.
I'm not going to ask how he went through 2, but okay.
But he paid for the second one, so
Okay.
can't
Yeah.
argue that.
Yeah.
No, VR is great. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
for certain games.
I downloaded Supernatural on Wednesday and just did the tutorial and the intro to Flow, and I now need to grab onto the door frame as I lower myself onto my toilet. My legs hurt so much. I was like, that was an introductory workout. I was like, holy shit! I haven't gotten beaten up that bad since the academy. So
Well, my wife Kellyanne, she uses. So what happened was the VR headset my son got was he wasn't really. It was just inexperienced. He wasn't doing anything wrong, but he was cleaning it, and he put a scratch in one of the lens that was noticeable to him.
yeah.
So that's when he said, we had to say you have to pay, if you want to get a replacement, you're gonna have to pay for most of it. And but my wife Kellyanne looked at it. She tried a few things on it and said, "This looks fine to me." And then she was complaining about how her exercise bike was just so boring.
Mm-hmm.
But it's winter here in Pennsylvania, so it's the only biking she's going to get in for a couple months. And I think they do something VR, and I looked it up, and sure enough, it's called HoloFit. It's only one of the programs out there. But what you do is you go get a $40 sensor, attach it to your exercise bike. Some of the fancier ones even have it built in, and you pair it up with your VR headset. And when you run their program, when you ride, you're riding through a virtual reward world.
Yeah,
and it makes a
makes
ride.
it less boring.
It makes it less boring, way less boring.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, Supernatural was not boring at all. Great music. I mean, when you're listening to songs that you actually rock to back in the '80s, real songs, not like, hey, that's the Muzak version of it. And no, I was like, oh my god, I'm like, oh god. Joe, you were in the New York metropolitan area at the time. I don't know if you got U68 back in the day, but there was one video in the late '80s, no, early '80s, from Aha. It was the animated black and white video.
Oh yeah.
The song popped up, and I found myself singing along to it because it would play like every hour on the hour if you were watching the one video.
Is that the one? Take on me. Is that where they're bouncing back and forth in a comic book to the
yeah.
Yep.
So that song popped up, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I mean, again, I know that. Listen, a Jackson 5 song came up, and I was singing along with it. So that, and I was like, "Wow, it was earlier than the '80s. That was probably
Jackson 5. Did you have to give yourself a wedgie to hit the high notes? How the fuck did you pull that off, man?
Oh, I wasn't going. I listen. I could do the baritone that those boys cannot do. So, but I was happy with that. So,
sorry, I don't got any stories like that about my VRs. I go really heavy into simulators. Like they got this one program called Reentry, and that will actually put you in the seat of a Mercury, Gemini, or Apollo space capsule, and about 80% of the switches actually work, and you actually fly the mission in it. And I just eat those up. I like flying Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's pretty awesome. Buzz Tim's house, even though he doesn't know it because it's all virtual.
I know that.
Yeah, the latest version of Simulator is really neat because they leverage like Google Earth and all that, and they're able to figure out how the buildings actually look. So they just generate the buildings from the satellite photography or the aerial photography. So you're seeing. I mean, it's obvious it's not the real building, but you could tell what they're getting at. I mean, I could recognize my house. It's the right color. I see some of the feature, not all of them, but some of them.
They have a Google Maps for my old place I used to live. And the fucking car that drives by? Right. There's one day I saw the car, and it was like I'm in my old bathrobe with the hole in it. And
oh God.
My underwear and my guts hanging out under my t-shirt, and the dog. I mean, I yell at the dog to hurry up and take a shit because I got to go and take a shower, go to work, and the fucking camera got that picture.
Oh,
You know?
you were.
Yeah. It was that one. I'm like, God damn it.
You know that's in there.
I guess it's more accurate and realistic than I thought.
You know that's in there forever thanks to Google Time Capsule.
I know. I saw it. You go back. It doesn't have the most recent one. It's like 8 or 12 years ago. And I got to scan back in the old picture. I'm like, motherfucker. You know?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's funny, Rob, because like my son loved his flight simulators, and he, when he had his old room here and his old apartment before getting out to that area of Tennessee that's vaguely, I guess, by Matt. He's out in Murfreesboro, works in Nashville. He had his whole setup. So he started taking private flight lessons. And his first lesson, he tells me, he's like, my instructor's like, you've done this before. He was like, no, it's my first time ever. He goes, yeah, but you seem to have an idea where everything is. He goes, well, yeah, I've been doing flight simulators for like my last 15 years of my life.
Yeah.
So she was like, oh, okay.
That happened to my son, Greg. For a graduation present, my sister got him an hour of flight instruction, what he just took 2 weeks ago. And one of the things he likes to do with his VR rig is to fly these pair of flight simulators he has. And he was thrilled to get the lesson, and he remarked that, oh yeah, there's some differences. The steering wheel actually has a bit. You have to work more at the steering wheel and stuff.
Right.
And you really feel the plane in a way you don't feel it in VR. But yeah, it's pretty awesome when you're able to go from that kind of simulation to the real thing.
Bringing it back to D&D, how soon until people look at Roll20 as old-fashioned, the way people who play Roll20 now look at pen and paper as old-fashioned because they can play in a VR universe simulation? When does that happen? Whoever's going to do it is going to be Elon Musk unless he abandons his plan.
There already is one.
With Twitter. What?
It's not going to supplant face-to-face. It works too easily with switching between pen and paper. Our Monday night game, if by some fortuitous reason, or my Tuesday night city state, if for some reason we're able to get together, we can just pick up where we last left off in our last Roll20, and then after we're done with that session, jump right back to another Roll20. And certain VR can handle it. Like what Tabletop Simulator, once they get some of the kinks out of it, you could, in theory, do that with Tabletop Simulator, because what that does, the VR, the 3D stuff is restricted to emulating playing pieces. So when you're playing on a table with Dungeons and Dragons, the most fancy you get is Dwarven Forge style miniatures and dioramas. So if you decide to play face-to-face next week after running a couple Tabletop Simulator sessions, you just have to have some Dwarven Forge like I do, and you can do the exact same thing on the table.
That's not my question. The question is when will we hit a point where people don't play pen and paper or Roll20 because they're both as old-fashioned as we consider pen and paper now, who play Roll20 because VR is so much more realistic.
So you're not considering the creative energy side, like until the GM can go in and just take a magic brush and go, okay, this wall looks like this and this wall looks like that, and create everything for you. The reason then it would just be like you're playing his video game, a shitty video game, instead of the experience of having it, whether it's pen and paper or it's virtual tabletop. There's still the imagination is occurring in your head, not in your eyeball, like in the VR. That's the thing. If you get to the point where I can describe a dungeon room and the VR creates it in front of your face, then yeah, okay, we'll replace it. But how far apart is that? That's massive levels of AI.
That's not gonna. We already kind of experienced this in computer gaming. Starting around the mid 2000s, computer graphics got really good, and everybody was flocking to them. Board games were dying, and then the Euro games kicked in. And then somewhere in the early 2010s, people started to get more balanced. They got tired of doing everything online, playing World of Warcraft. Still popular, but they started playing the board games. It ignited basically a board game boom, and because they want the face-to-face interaction.
What were you saying, Matt? You said it's already here.
Yeah, there was. I saw a video ad. It was on Facebook. It was who's that guy that's married to the hot? Yes, thank you, Mr. T. The buddy, the D&D guy that's
married to Sofia Vergara. Yeah. She's
there was a video on Facebook. It was an ad, and it was like him and another dude standing around a table, and they put their little helmet on.
Yeah,
like,
Manganiello, Joe Manganiello,
so cool.
or something. Yeah.
No, I kind of agree with Greg though. It's
Demio, I think. But Demio is, and I've played Demio with a bunch of mostly Frog God friends and related. And Demio is a tactical fantasy game where you have character classes with different aspects, but you don't really level up, although you do gain cards, which you can that are focused on your class, and you can kind of swap them out and change them and all that stuff. But it's a beautiful game, and it's fun. I find that since I'm always looking down at the game board, my neck starts to hurt after a while because I'm constantly looking down with the headset on. But
what's it called? Demio?
Demio, Demio, I believe is what it's called. And listen, I would have a blast playing that with people from the group, but then it's just like any other video game. After you've played a scenario 2 or 3 times, now all of a sudden you go, okay, the secret to winning this is to have this card, this card, this card. And it's no longer like playing an RPG, even remotely, because you are now metagaming it. And board games are, to a large extent, metagaming. By the way, folks, if you're here, I appreciate it. And I'm not sending anybody away. But I'm just going to remind people there's a charity auction going on at Goodman Games on their Twitch channel. Aaron Coleman, he's got stage 4 cancer. It's most likely going to be what it's going to be. And the auction is to raise money for a college fund for his 6-year-old son. I'm not telling people, you got to leave. I'm just saying, it's going to go on to probably about 11 o'clock tonight. Pop in, pop out. There's some amazing material, especially artwork from artists from the gaming community that have known for years, that are volunteering and donating their work. So writers, publishers. Bad Mike donated stuff. Don't know what. Hopefully it wasn't like his brother's song from the North Texas auctions, but it could have been. I don't know. But it's a good cause. So I wanted to throw it out there. I'm not pushing anybody out of the room. I just want to make sure you guys know it's there. Maybe you have 2 monitors. Put one on and just say, "Oh, that land looks good. I want to bid on it." Goodman is donating the Twitch time and bandwidth, and it's such a good, honest cause, and it's the reason why I always say what an amazing community the RPG community is, the OSR. The DCC community, these people come together in times of need, and I'm very happy to be part of that crowd.
Wait, I've been told that we're toxic assholes.
Oh no, either we're toxic.
Are those the same people? Or?
No. We're either toxic assholes or the OSR is not a community. It is a way in which games are designed and or played, but it's not a community. Okay, well, I guess go fuck yourself. I mean,
basically. Sums it up nicely.
That's always been my response, because I mean,
I would say the OSR is all of the above.
Yeah, but there are people who I'm not saying that. Hey, listen,
it's a group of people. People do things like that. Like
some of us are assholes.
Yes, some people are assholes.
I may be one of them, but for reasons than other people.
I'm definitely one of them.
By the way, I don't think you mentioned this, Eric. But if you don't want to participate in the auction, want to donate directly, I believe there's a link for that.
There is a link now. Here, folks, if you don't want to participate in the auctions, I'm going to bring up a link from Tenkar's Tavern. The reason why, I think we've already raised about $100 by doing this. The tavern is going to do a match, and if you donate directly, if you're not going to be part of the auction, which is fine, if you donate to the link, and the link goes to Black Blade's PayPal, let them know the cause is for you're donating toward Aaron's son's college fund. Let me know how much you donated. All right, because when this wraps up after the weekend, we're gonna match up to the first 250. So if 250 is donated by members of the tavern, I will match the first 250. If you guys come in at 175, I'll match 175. If you come in at 500, I'm hitting 250.
Where's the link for that, Eric? Where's the link for that?
I just
Did
put
you
in
put
the
it in?
chat.
All right.
Yeah, but it's from Tenkar's Tavern. I believe it's from Monday. It's Monday's post because I did a video with Jim Kitchen talking about this. Jim is running the auction. By the way, Jim runs an amazing auction. He does a great job. I've seen auctions at Gen Con and North Texas, and I've watched people like Tim Kask and Frank Messner run auctions. They're good and knowledgeable, but my God, Jim is second to none. He really, really is. Oh God! Now I'm trying. Everybody has somebody in their family, right, who's getting a little flight time in. And yes, Demio. So yes, you can, Don. Yes, you can just donate. There's a link to Black Blade's PayPal. You can donate. If you donate, like I said, I'll match the first 250. I think last I checked, we were either at 100 or 110. I had people that let me know either through email or Discord PM or on the blog. Whatever works out best for you. But I just want to. I like to encourage this stuff. I like to make your money go further. So, again, it's a good cause. Why would I donate a used thong when I could donate a new thong? Did your brother sign a thong?
Does that go into the too much information category?
It's bad mic, probably. It really, really could be. It just started though. All right, so they were a little bit behind. They announced it was 8:00. Yes, Satan does the best midnight auction. I hope a few of the people that are watching this get to see it next year. See Bad Mike with a little liquor in him. Well, you see him with a little liquor in him every Wednesday, but actually see him in his Bad Mike Satan outfit.
Eric, what's going to be your next YouTube show where you raise money like you did last year? When's your next what's your next thing, man?
We're probably gonna have to wait until the fall when it gets a little bit cooler.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I'll need the AC running the full time, and then it's gonna be really
all right.
murky.
You gonna do more aerobics? What's your theme gonna be?
I don't know what the next will be. Hopefully, I'm in a little bit better shape. So I am not going to twerk again. As much as that raised money.
It raised a few things, Eric.
Hey, well,
whoa.
That's not
TMI.
Maybe I should have a fundraiser to see how many times I can put the L word in a speech.
Well, when I was LARPing my
game.
LARP, I LARPed a LARPy.
Like the Smurfs, yeah. Use LARP for everything. Like Smurfs, use Smurf for everything. Yeah, that's all.
Smurfing beer. You don't get drunk because it isn't beer. Sorry.
Same cause, Eric, or something different?
I don't know yet.
I think if you had video of Tim and Rob LARPing together, this could bring in some money.
I don't think so. Tim, did you ever LARP, Tim?
I did it, twice, Rob?
Yes, you did it twice, and both times you were abandoned.
Abandoned? Why? What happened?
No, the one where we played it down in Pittsburgh, that's when we were the Twilight Company, and we had a really good time, except for the time you stepped on my fucking foot and I got waylaid.
Oh, yeah, you did complain about that too, and that's legit. But there was also, you also bitched at us about we were in the dark and somebody mobbed us and we ran away, and we left you behind.
You did, yeah, that's right. We got mobbed, and those bastards ran one way, and I was standing there by myself fighting off all these folks. I was like, you fuckers.
Hey, that happened to be on Tuesday. Oh,
You were using some big ass 2-handed sword, and the NPCs actually out of game got afraid to approach you.
Yeah, I did. I survived. Somehow I survived. But yeah, I was like, son of a bitch. I got to watch what I do with these guys because it's like I see how this is going. But no, I only did it twice. And then the second time I was in a cave for, I don't know, hours and hours.
Oh, that was the logistics on that were so screwed up.
Yeah.
Wait, you were in a cave for hours and
A
hours?
literal cave or like
a literal cave. I had to crawl on my stomach to get through this.
Fucking spelunking.
Yeah.
Well, what pissed me off is, okay, so I'm this like evil guy. All right, I'm going to tell you my LARP story.
Oh, here we go. I'm drinking. There we go.
So
I need
go.
popcorn for this shit.
It's the only one I got, so it's going to be a quick drink. So make sure it's a good one.
All right. Let's hear it.
So I'm the evil guy, and I'm in this. I'm trying to change this crystal from, I don't know, a lawful crystal to a chaos crystal, whatever fucked up story they had, and everything. Well, after waiting I think I was probably in there 4 hours waiting for these assholes to get to where they needed to go. Well, I convinced them that I was a good guy and that they just needed to change this crystal. So I had them switch the crystal to a chaos crystal. And that way all shit would break loose. But because it didn't fit in with the GM's game, he reverted what happened. I'm like, why the fuck was I even here?
That's bullshit.
Why was I?
Your role was a programmed role. Do not step away from the program.
I was just like, you know what? I don't know. Who? Because I think it was John.
Oh, it was worse than that. You're misremembering. You're not remembering all the details. So the party. So we were, those of us who are running this adventure as NPCs and staff, we were doing this as a play test so that the staff of the chapter would trust us to run this for the rest of the chapter because we were new. This was like our third LARP event ever, and so they didn't really trust us to do it, so they wanted to test us first. So the whole reason it got switched, so Tim did that, and they started complaining, and that's when the DM said, "Oh no, that didn't really happen," because I played with those guys for years afterwards, and yeah, they deserve some kudos for organizing the chapter and keeping it going. But as players, they weren't all quite up there. They when I ran events years later, and I ran some plots that had moral quandaries. For example, one of these groups that had one of these leaders involved. You know, the quandary was that the Duke gave vague orders, and I deliberately made him beg to go take care of some rebels. Deal with the situation. I want it resolved. And they felt like they had to kill. I was telling them they had to kill children.
Oh, you're evil fuck. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And I didn't tell them that. I just left them totally up to them. And I explained it.
Then again, Greg would do it because
why did you let these other players?
I'll kill anyone.
Greg killed there. He will kill anyone. He went into the slaughterhouse. One does not walk into the city-state dungeon of an evil cult lord and start swinging, Greg. But apparently Greg does.
Hey, Greg does.
And that's why Greg was unconscious on the floor by a bunch of girls there at the bottom there. I can't remember what they were.
His own sister. He went to go kill fratricide.
Look, she like triple critted me with damage. No one can anticipate that. No one expects a person to come up and like stick their finger through your armor and poke you hard enough to deal 15 points of damage or something.
I gotta admit, Greg, I knew this was gonna go sideways as soon as you said I'm raging and I'm charging, and I'm like, oh fuck, here we go. And I started instantly. I'm like, I'll follow, but I'm also thinking about what my next character is gonna be because I knew that when Tim waited upstairs and said, I ain't going in, I'm like, we're fucked. Because Tim knows how I was gonna roll. I'm like, we're fucked. So I went in to support my teammate, but I knew it was doom and gloom all the way.
Yeah, you came within a roll of dying there, Joe.
Greg.
Joe
I
did.
know. I
That
was
was
down too.
When Tim bent over to save you from being unconscious and lit
Oh.
himself on fire. That was
Yeah, I almost killed myself.
that was pretty awesome.
It's like, son of a bitch.
Fucking clusterfuck. It was a goddamn clusterfuck. And then
Oh,
Josh's guy, he's like, "Hey, there's a fight down there. I'm going back to the bar. Let me know when it's over." He sat 2 hours in the bar with his character, and we're getting our ass kicked, burned up, under
I do
negative
think
hit
that
points.
the distribution of treasure here needs to reflect
The participation.
the
For those in the audience who
participation
don't
of
know
the party.
For those in the audience who don't know, Greg's character, even though he's first level, is the heir to a royal house, but he's an exile, so his family has a small but substantial treasury.
What do you mean?
And he learned.
For those in the audience who don't know, who would know that? Nobody would know that.
No one, even Matt doesn't know this.
Yeah.
I don't know who
Still
Joe.
doesn't know.
Okay,
He's
so
away
all
from
right,
his computer.
all right.
Matt's gone.
Yeah,
Matt's like, I'm
so-
out of here. Taking a shit. Where'd he go?
But fundamentally, I went in thinking that there was going to be just a person to fight and not a crowd to fight.
Oh, this is
Right.
a city state.
Yeah, and so I killed the person. I killed his ass
You did?
right away.
Oh, I
did.
killed.
And
I
then-
finished him, Greg. Remember, I
Yeah.
jumped on the altar, bloodied altar,
Yes.
and slammed my fucking ball.
All
on
it
his
would
head.
have taken is a modicum of a small investigation to realize there was something wrong with the people,
I
visiting
knew there was
this guy.
something wrong. The question was, did I have patience to wait outside and figure it out and
Yeah.
go through it? I didn't have the patience for that.
No, I knew it was going to shit. As soon as he says I'm raging, I'm pissed. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Because before she went in, I thought she had just taken like a tiny bit of gold, and then when you clarified that she was taking in a huge chunk of gold, I was like, oh, okay, it's time. Nobody steals from Greg, and then we go in there and go.
Greg
Oh,
triggered by
nobody
his.
steals
Greg
from
had
Greg.
instant. What was it
Yeah.
called? PTSD from his fucking ex-wife. Nobody steals from me, bitch. He's just going in.
Well, I never thought about it that way.
I've long
Fuck you. He's trying to
insisted.
call her by his
that-
ex-wife's name.
I've long insisted that the best way to motivate players is to take something from them. If you
Yeah, it's
say,
true.
"Hey, over here's 500 gold pieces," they'll be like, "Well, okay." But if you say, "This guy stole 5 silver pieces from
Mhm.
your pocket," they will hunt that guy to the
Oh,
end
yeah.
of the earth.
Oh, yeah.
It's the pride.
And I got to admit, I knew there could be some wrinkles, but okay. So you went in there. I was thinking, okay, I'm going to set up this situation. There's going to be a little role playing involved, but
Very
combat wise, it's just going to be a 5th level magic user who doesn't even have a single combat spell memorized. He has Charm Person, Light, and Phantasmal Force. He had Phantasmal Force memorized, but that's my general purpose low level illusion spell.
Right.
And the only other wrinkle is he has effectively charmed all his cultists. And then I never in my wildest imagination I would have thought went down.
Yeah.
But that's
Wait, but
Rob, that's
I
the-
didn't know
that's why
going
he
in
plays
there
a
that it
group.
was good. Yeah, when I opened it, until I opened the door, I thought she was like off with some guy doing something. Open the door and there's a dude making sacrifices to Satan. I'm like, okay, well, I gotta kill this guy. I can't just turn around and be like, sorry,
He was
wrong room.
slitting the throat of a rabbit.
Yeah,
More evilness, Rob.
Hey, I
Pure
don't
evil.
care.
Who kills rabbits? Who kills rabbits?
There's
He
a
said
rabbit.
slit a possum throat or
you
something.
commit
Who cares about
unnatural
possum but
acts.
rabbits?
I can't just. This isn't. SVU doesn't open up the door and see people raping kids and be like, oh well, they close the door and walk away.
And we're
I had to kill the guy.
demonetized. Thank you very
I
much,
had
Greg.
to kill the guy.
Oh, I should mention, since until that moment, we probably still had super chat or whatever the hell they call it.
Yeah.
Right.
If you want to throw coinage at these miscreants, but with the stories we're telling, you probably don't.
Yeah.
You probably want to save that for a better cause than us.
Oh God.
Way to go, Greg.
You know,
Always Greg.
It's
Greg.
always
Greg.
Greg.
now the
Can't
tavern's
have
only
nice
going to be
things.
able to give match $240. Damn it. You just demonetized.
Marsha.
Oh God. Eric, is that how it works, Eric? If you get demonetized, all your super chat money goes away too?
No.
Oh, all right.
No. That stays. But I don't know if they turn off the super chat. I don't think they immediately demonetize you. It's like after the fact they go, oh.
You gotta track that Greg Christopher somewhere. What the fuck is that?
Hey, I cursed the least out of all you fuckers.
No, it had nothing to do with the cursing. It had everything to do with the topic.
Yeah.
Hey, you referencing this as being the hero to stop things.
Oh, come on. We all know that.
Rob's the one who wrote the guy doing evil and natural acts. I killed that guy.
Yeah, there you go. You was a good guy.
I finished him off.
I just set up situation. The moral quandary, the moral choices are on you.
Is that how Tim has it a better way he says it. What do you say, Tim? I don't kill characters. What is it? How does it go? Are you there?
I don't kill characters.
You just let them kill themselves or something like that.
Oh yeah, because they're gonna figure out ways to kill themselves more than I ever will.
Yeah. It's perfect. That's how it is.
I don't have to plan anything. But with Rob's thing, I always my guy he's just not gonna run in. One, I didn't know what the situation was, so I was kind of looking for some evidence and everything. But then as soon as I saw what was going on and everything out of game, unfortunately, I had to use my out of game knowledge. Well, then I knew what was going on. So that's when I came down and okay, we gotta get these guys taken care of. And then I almost died helping Joe.
Yeah, that's why, because I was down there following him, and I happened to notice that your token was still in the other room. So I thought you were pulling it there, and Eric Tenkar moved there, not moving your token.
Right.
Like, Tim, blah blah blah, and you go, I'm not there. I'm like, oh fuck. That's when I knew it was over. Like, there we go. So he's pulling a Tenkar.
If she hadn't criticaled on me with the punch, then I was prepared to firebomb all of them to death. I was ready. I mean, I had the flask.
I believe you.
They were covered in the oil already.
I
had the torch. I just needed one more round to hold out the torch and light them on fire. And they were all going up. And then she punches me through the armor. I don't know how. And I go down.
She had a knitting needle, man.
I could have told you in graphic detail, but
I don't know. She has finger of death me.
Long fingernails, dude. Like, yeah, sharpened fingernails.
Instant death.
But now we're going to get paid a lot of money, so that's the good thing.
We looted the shit out of that place. That was nice.
And I feel like, as the reckless person,
you're not quite scot-free. We left off in the middle.
I should get a portion of this, even though I was carried out unconscious.
Yeah, you're the only one carried out unconscious. You started the fight. We ended the fight.
Hey, you went to -1. I just happened to go to -2.
Yeah.
So when you got the +1, you became conscious.
I walked out. I walked out my own 2 feet, just saying.
Technicalities.
Look at Matt. It's like, I'm out of this fucking. Fuck this.
Jeez.
My disco lights on, but I'm going to take a shit. Yeah. Where'd he go?
Don't know.
Oh, didn't he say when one of his kids was over tonight? He's probably out there, hanging out.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Fathering?
I think his kid's about to retire, They're getting old. Matt's in his 90s
That's
now,
true.
right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Match the old man.
Physically, yeah.
Trying to bait him back here a little bit. See if he
for
hears
his retirement party. Weren't they giving him like a gold ladder for his retirement party?
Gold ladder. Oh, it's great.
We gotta get like a ladder and like paint it up as the ladder of destiny or something.
I have an idea. I have an idea, and this is good. And we can do this. And it's gonna go back to our earlier topic. We should PDF only. All right, as a group, designate a yearly award for we should designate something for OSR titles. We could ask people to submit. We don't want physical copies. Send us PDFs because the out-of-pocket cost is nil, right? We've got a number of judges here. We could put together a panel of 6 or 7
Yep.
that would actually judge the products, and we would give out golden ladders. Just
Oh, that's awesome. The
you
Golden
get
Ladder Award. That's
the
fantastic.
Golden Ladder Award.
Oh
Matt,
my God, that's
Matt
epic.
stepped out at the wrong time.
Oh my God.
Yeah, think about
That's it. We have just been every year. Fuck the Ennies. It's the Golden Ladder Award is the thing to get. Fuck the Ennies. That's it. That's absolutely
The
it.
Golden Ladder
The
Award.
Yeah,
Golden
but
Ladder
shit.
Award, otherwise known as like I don't know the Tenkies or
Climbing your way up in the industry.
Oh, that's fantastic. That is so fucking fantastic. Climbing your way up. Oh my God, that's great, dude. We got to do
Oh,
this.
man.
Too bad we can't work in somehow a late submission award in honor of Matt having a broken arm for 5 months.
No, I'm sure we could do.
Not
Well, you know
knowing
what? Here, so now that would be, but cartography would have to be its own. Like maybe cartography gets like a better ladder because that's Matt's specialty. In honor of Matt, you've got to have. But yes, this is something we got to. It might have legs, 4 of them. But yeah,
it's fantastic, and it's got to be like a ladder with some bald fucker standing on it, like leaning back, like kind of look on his face. You know what I mean? Oh, that's awesome! An old bald man falling off it. Somebody's got to be who has model making ability. We could get this thing done.
Oh yeah, 3D printing.
That's what I'm saying. 3D printing and put some shitty gold paint on it. You know what I mean? And then you got this shitty model, this old bald man falling off a ladder to look on his face of terror. And it's awesome. Rob's getting some. What are you getting for Rob? Rob's digging. Rob's going deep into the archives.
I may know an artist or two that could accomplish this. I'll have to reach out. I mean, how hard can a ladder with a bald man be?
Yeah. I mean, shit. It looks like Matt, but have him look like Matt. This is
wait. And on top of the ladder, though, what you do is we got to glue a small D20 with the 1 up. That's
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I just
Damn it,
dropped
I
you a
don't
link,
have it.
Eric, to a Getty Images file we could use as a basis for this.
This is fantastic.
Okay.
At least as reference.
I have ladders. I just don't have access.
Rob's like, I have a ladder, motherfucker.
Of course he has a ladder.
Of course he does. Yeah.
I have many ladders.
Oh, this is epic.
No, I have.
And to answer Wizard Tower's games about what's wrong with being bald, nothing is wrong with being bald. It's a sign of prestige to get the golden ladder. That's it.
I do have a green devil face in this.
There you go. The tank.
Is that
that's
is
it,
that
Eric.
a
It's the
D&D
answer.
condom there you got there?
I was gonna say. it's
Oh,
not-
okay. It's the
Don't
thing.
stick your junk in there.
If we're doing the green faces, I
What do you got
gotta.
there?
I
I
gotta.
mean, I have
I got a
some,
CD.
I have a log pile that Matt could fall off of.
No. See, but we're gonna have. That's right. I forget that we're in the world of 3D printing, and we
Yeah.
can get this done. And honestly,
Awesome. The tankies, Eric. It's seriously the tankies.
Oh,
we have the
well.
judges are all right here in the room.
So take a look at this guy. You know Josh from. I know some of you know Josh from the Tuesday game.
Yeah.
He 3D printed that for me.
Really? He knows how to do that shit then?
Yes, he knows how to do that shit.
All right. Well, we have our 3D printer, dude. That's awesome. This is
And you
it.
can
then.
see how well this painted up. So I mean,
Eric, the tankies. Every year, 4th of July. I mean, we're around the 4th, right?
okay.
The tankies that are the new OSR award. I was thinking this to myself earlier after I was listening to your show today at work. I was like, we don't have an award. I know you got that 3
North
Castles
Texas-
thing or something,
Well,
but
here, North Texas RPG has the 3 Castles Award.
yeah.
The 3 Castles Award, though, is a design award. And it actually has game designers are actually the ones that judge the products that come in. So it's not based upon, or it isn't supposed to be based upon layout, aesthetics. It's how well is this designed as the design. But we would like to do, we'll have to figure out our categories.
Well, here's the category. Cool shit. How cool is this fucking thing? There you go. That should be one of the category names. How cool is this thing?
Cool shit.
Yeah. We'll get some subcategories.
You got to make like a little emblem that's one of the yellow like warning signs, and it has a dude falling off the ladder, and you can put that in the corner of your book.
Little octung.
Yeah.
It says on it, you know.
Nominated for a 2023 Tanky Award.
Tanky Award. Oh my God, it's fantastic with the one on top of the dice. Oh yeah. It's it. So next year we just work on it. We got to have a submission schedule.
Yeah.
Could be all PDF. You can send a book, whatever. And right here we got our judges.
I'm saying PDF because we got to acknowledge the fact that this is an industry of a lot of self-publishers and smaller publishers. We're not looking to profit off it. We're looking to give wings to stuff. You know?
Yeah.
And have stuff recognized. So I think that's pretty cool. See the amazing stuff that happens on these live streams.
Yeah. I'm not even drunk either. It's still coming up good shit. This is nice, man. I need a little inspiration there. This is good.
I still have to have my alcohol for the day. I haven't had my required amount yet.
You know, I haven't anything to drink in like 6 weeks. I made a vow to myself: no booze until I get below 300. Or Christmas or New Year's Eve, whatever comes first. That's the thing. So so when we hook up whenever we're going to be going to New York, Eric, I'm not going to be
a week and a half.
A little,
or just over a week, actually.
Just over a week, yeah. So that'd be fun. I'm looking forward to that, man. That's what inspired me to hit the game store tonight. We're going to Complete Strategist again. I'm like,
how big was their RPG section?
I took the pictures. It was there was one long shelf, like 5 sections, but only like 2-3 shelves tall. And then the other one against the wall, which is the indie kind of stuff where you see thirsty lesbians who like swords. So that stuff is over there, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, we still got to get you to the Warzone Matrix.
So. I would love to go. Is that your favorite, Rob? That's Tim. I think that's what you said too, right, Tim? The Warzone Matrix.
Well, it's the one that has. It's just one of those. Well, at least the last time we were there, just weird shit, stuff everywhere in boxes. You know, not organized. I mean, the last time I was there, he put all my shit into a used Arby's bag. I mean, that's the kind of place it is.
I like that.
You know.
So one time I went there with my youngest, and he was really into Bionicle Legos at the time. He was like 7 years old. And we're walking down an aisle, and he stopped, cocks his head, reaches out into this pile of boxes, and pulls out a mint early 2000s Bionicle. And this was 2010. She was 7. Yeah, it would have been about 2010 or 2011. A 10-year-old Bionicle, and he thought it was awesome because this was a model that not being made anymore. And we bought it. Was a reasonable price, and we bought it. Yeah, and then I think the last time we were there, Tim, he upgraded and got these library bookshelves that he now shelves all the vintage products on and stuff like that.
Because he's got. I mean, there's nothing that he doesn't have there. It seems like. Awesome. I mean, he's got, and it just keeps. It's just one of those ones where he just keeps going and whatnot, but don't expect to get a deal on anything because he charges premium prices on everything.
Oh, so it's the more you look, the more you find, and you might find a real gem, but you're going to pay for it, basically.
Yeah.
Well, I found an empty Menzer box.
Yeah.
And I bought it for like 10. Yeah, just a box. I had the books. I didn't have a box, and the box was intact, so I bought the box.
Nice. Dude, I tell you, my Menzer box has been crushed so many times. I did the thing where you tape the corners on the inside and the outside of the box multiple times, and it's still crushed to shit. We put everything in there, all the character sheets. It was like the carry-all box, and you stick it in your book bag, right? Then it gets crushed by everything for school or wherever.
You see, I started with AD&D, so I didn't get a basic set until I guess the Metzer set was coming out because the mold vase set was at some discount store. Okay. With a notch cut out of it on the box, and they were like $3 a set. So I bought my one.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's the box I bought.
Nice. Oh, that's not Menzer, Rob. That's BX. That's BX, Rob.
Yeah, that's not Menzer.
I'm sorry, I meant Madavi. Yeah.
Mold
Day. I mean, I had the books, but no box.
Right.
Actually, I bought that's the first set of Holmes, the BX books I bought was over at ShireCon, Eric, the first time I went there. I didn't have them until that point.
Really?
Yeah, but they were like he has no box. They were just books. I still got them on the shelf. Then I later on picked up a box set and all that. You going to that still, right?
Oh, ShireCon, yeah.
Yeah. When is it coming?
It is
September
mid to late? 3rd, the 24th, something like that.
All right.
I actually got a room in town for Rach and I. It wasn't cheap, but I can walk from the hotel to the venue.
So
it means that I have 2 nights where I can be in Tox and not
Yeah.
have to
Could have a
worry
few.
about any of that stuff. But
I'm about
I
an
have,
hour drive or so away, so that's
yeah,
fine.
for us it's a 3-hour drive. So I was like, I might as well get this time, get a room. I can't do game hall this year because there's also a college sports game that weekend at the right near the convention center. So rooms that would normally say the hotel block for the con
Yeah.
block is sold out, you can still get a room for regular price. Regular price now, if you could find a hotel in walking distance, there was one was $550 a night. I was like,
Jesus
I don't
Christ.
fucking need it that bad. I
What
really.
the fuck? Yeah, no hell with that.
So I'd rather pay for the 2 nights at ShireCon and the convenience for that.
Yeah.
So
Who's going? You know of anybody yet who's going to this, man? I think Delaney usually goes, doesn't he?
well, Jeff's going. He's going to be a special guest, I'm sure.
Is he? Yeah,
I-
yeah. How
yeah.
about Joe Block? Did he did it last
I'm
year? I
pretty
think.
sure Joe's going. Yeah, Joe's going
Yeah.
because he wants to get my buy my ogre box set off me. I got to downsize, so
Oh, nice.
I got to
Yeah.
get rid of a lot of stuff, and
Yeah.
I got the Kickstarter box, and he's a big Steve Jackson ogre fan.
Okay.
So
All right.
he's going to be probably grabbing that from me.
Honestly, Eric, you're talking about getting rid of shit. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that auctioneer you're talking about for Goodman over there, get him to auction your shit off and raise money for some charity. I mean, that's an idea.
I
don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think everything was already mailed to Jim. It'd be hard for him.
okay.
So and Jim's out in like the Midwest or something like that.
Oh, all right.
He's
Okay.
not an East Coaster, but he's
You
a
wanted to
gentleman.
get it
I
all.
swear to God.
Yeah.
And Jim and I did not meet in the best of circumstances because I will say that I was a dick.
What'd you do, man?
No. It's just I'm just gonna say I was a dick, and Jim did not hold it against me. So
That's good of him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Suffice to say, I was not the experienced investigator and individual that I am now.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I was a bit more rowdy, but yeah, no, Jim is just damn good people, and I was damn, so for ShireCon I got to design I have to write an adventure, and I'm thinking of doing it as like around a Tavern Minions theme. Because, by the way, we have preliminary artwork for the Tavern Minions, the Tenkar's Minions shirt.
Tenkar's Minions?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you didn't hear about that.
No, what's this shit, man?
Okay. So, a couple of weeks back.
Is that us? Are they pictures of us on a shirt?
No.
Oh, good. Good.
No,
You need a big picture for a big shirt for me to be on there.
Oh, it reminds me. I got to bring your artwork in with me next week. But no. Justin Lanassa's father decided to pop in to join the Facebook group for the tavern a couple of weeks back, back in June, and immediately went on the offensive, saying that Tenkar and his minions have made so many accusations about his son. So
Jesus Christ.
Everybody just loved the idea of being Tenkar's minions, and already the joke.
Yeah,
we should have
that's
shirts made
fantastic.
up for 10. Oh, I love it.
Holy
Greg.
shit! Holy shit!
That would
That's
be
awesome.
That would be the sticker that people could put on to their.
Yeah, that's I've been working on what you
How'd
guys
you
do
do
my
that
God,
already,
that's
dude?
awesome.
I told you I do this shit for my job, man.
I know. No, send me a copy later because it's gonna be a post.
It's fucking fantastic. You need a picture of a bald guy on top. Like it looks like the dude, the chance card from Monopoly, one of those kind of bald guys.
That's about as detailed as you want for that.
For the logo.
For the logo, that's
Oh,
you don't
okay,
wanna,
yeah.
You don't want to go more detailed than that.
That's true. The logo, that's true. Yeah.
But people are hearing the Tenkar's, minions. They like the idea.
Storm over my house.
I'm proud to be a Tenkar's minion. Well, somebody, Fugly, who's done a lot of artwork, did a preliminary of Tenkar's minions, looking like the classic minions, but with axes and like Viking hats on. So I'm gonna try to get T-shirts made up, selling the cost, and people could be a Tenkar's minion. It would just be an inside joke.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's cool, man.
but I do love that. See that, and that's a perfect thing because you can have that in gold and silver, right?
Yeah, Greg, can you show that big, like share screen, and we can put it up there so people who are looking at our iPhone know what the fuck we're talking about? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I have it open in Photoshop. Let me just zoom in.
Yeah, do the share it, Erica. Bring it in. That's fucking fantastic, man. I can't believe you made that so fucking fast. Jesus Christ, that's epic. Jesus, and Matt's not even here to appreciate how much
Come
he's
back
getting
here.
his balls busted.
No.
He's got to listen again. He's gonna be motherfuckers.
I was
Tomorrow.
there and then I wasn't.
We'll hear it. We'll hear it tomorrow in our group text.
Yeah, we are ghouls though. You know, something that nearly killed Matt. And now we're making it an award.
I was wondering,
There you go,
until
Eric, I
when
shared
could
it.
we like
All right.
start the joking about it? Because I was ready real early. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't want to say nothing yet. I think, Tim, you broke the seal on that one. You think you cracked the first joke about it? Like, all right, open time. Now we can do it.
Oh, you mean about busting his balls about the
About falling up the ladder. I was waiting for
Yeah.
somebody else to do it. And I'm like, I think you broke the seal first.
I'm sure I did because
Yeah.
he probably was still in the hospital.
Yeah.
And I probably
Fucking-
was firing away.
Hooked up to the fucking Keep Alive unit.
That's really cool. Isn't it
That is
the-
awesome.
the Tankies? When you with the Tankies
Tankies. Yeah.
Tankies Golden Ladder Award.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah,
fantastic.
Could be a tank.
Climbing the RPG industry ladder.
We'll call it the 2022 Tankies.
Oh, that's
Golden
fantastic.
Ladder winner. Yes.
That's fantastic. That's just
Oh
good,
my
man.
Let's see if I
God.
can just apply like a silvering effect, but
Jesus. All right, it's there. Better get a trademark on that for
yeah. So you could
Ladas
have,
steals it, man.
There
you
we go.
could have a silver. You could create a bronze.
Nice.
Oh
Nice.
my God.
That's
Oh,
fantastic.
I think I found something after you're done looking at. Let me share my screen.
Uh-oh. Dueling screen shares.
Now, does this have anything we're talking about, Rob, or some random shit that you always bring up?
I'm glad you said that, Tim, because I was thinking it, but I'm glad somebody else said it besides me.
Well, you always say that. You're always like, I'm just waiting for somebody else to say it.
That's I'll say a lot of shit, but you know around longer.
All right.
No,
I
this
think-
is relevant.
All right.
I'm just lost in the sea of windows here. So
I was going to say, you probably have 100 windows up.
Yeah. You dual screen, Rob, or you do single screen?
I do triple.
He does triple.
Damn,
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it now. Okay, so I see my problem. All right, so there I go. So, all right, show that one, Eric. I don't know. I was looking for. I was wondering where Greg got his fallen ladder symbol. It looked like an ocean symbol, and
That's
then I
Getty.
found this.
Yeah, I use Getty for work. So
That's cool. That's cool. Well, we could do something, but definitely got to throw dice in there like Greg did. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I
That's
like
awesome.
that's pretty cool, Greg. You did a good job with that real quick. That's real good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I only
yours
violated
is
a bunch
great.
of copyrights very quickly.
Hey, hey.
There you go.
Whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Details should be tells.
Let's
Yeah.
not talk about these
Like,
details.
Law,
First-
schmaw.
This is the part of the process. First, you
That's
violate everyone's copyright. Then you
Then
redraw
steal
it
it.
yourself, where that makes
Right.
Uh-huh.
makes it yours.
Yep,
As long
have
as
the
you're
guy-
not fucking with the mouse, you'll be all right. You'll be fine. So
That's fantastic. That's it. Say that, Tankies, and we have our judges already here. We were all here on the inception. We got 6 judges. Well, Matt's not here.
and
well,
six-
Matt's not
judges.
here. Yeah.
well, all right. Well, that's about as effective as he'll be as a judge. But
Oh, sniper shot.
What did he say? I missed that one.
but I can't. He's not even there. I can't even hit him.
I
It's
know.
just like,
I know.
Pew pew pew.
Well, all you see is this fucking disco
Wait
light
a
in the
minute.
background.
Wait a minute. Did somebody have his cell phone number?
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah,
man.
we
all
text
do.
you.
We have
We
a
go to
text
group
with
text.
That's right. We're on the chat.
Yes.
Ah.
Oh, and what's going to happen? You'll hear the phone ring right in front of us because the phone will be on his desk.
Right.
Oh,
You'll be like,
God.
I texted him to come back, but is that an escape door behind him? Like what is that? Is that out to a crawl space in the attic? Or,
I don't know. It could be a. It could be.
He's
like
never
a-
opened up that one yet, so I don't know.
maybe that's where he
Maybe-
keeps his dirty
See the ringing?
film.
I'm calling him right now.
Oh,
You
you're
hear
Hear
it?
that ringing?
Doors.
Oh, bite me. Voice
Yeah,
message.
he just puts you on
Put
the
you on
FU
voicemail,
button.
There's
motherfucker.
like-
Yes.
You went right to
Fuck those guys.
voicemail.
That's
I got more
funny.
important things to do than that shit. Yeah, that's the
On
ticket.
phone. Oh, he's on the
You
phone,
won't-
he says.
Oh, he won't even let you talk to his daughters or anything, Joe. So
Oh, do you blame him?
No.
That was funny.
It was just so funny how he did it that day because he didn't
God.
even. I mean, I think it was only like maybe the first month that
Yeah, we
Matt
hardly
knew
knew each
Joe.
other. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and Joe's like, put your daughter on there. I want to talk to her. I want to talk to her. Matt turns towards the camera and goes, no.
No, Matt.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
The
Oh,
party
so
had a
funny.
GPK while you were gone.
Bring
so-
up the picture again, Greg. We could show Matt what we did for him. This is all for you. Oh, he's not even listening. You hear us?
Yes, I hear you. What
All right.
did you do for
Here
me?
we go. We
Here
have
we go.
created an award. Eric came up with this brilliant idea on the spot called the Tankies. And the award is going to be, go ahead, Greg. There it is.
It's awesome.
So there's going to be a statue and everything, and we are the judges because fuck the Ennies. We now have the Tankies, and it's an
Yeah.
honor of you.
And you got the one for Tim on there. I love it.
Yes.
That's great.
No, that's the one you rolled for falling off the fucking ladder.
Right. I was going to say, yeah, I think
Nice.
you rolled that one. Yeah.
That's great.
Climbing the
Like my
RPG
t-shirt.
industry ladder. I love that slogan too.
Yep.
Who
There it
designed
is,
that?
man. Greg,
Greg did.
in like 13 seconds.
Yeah.
Like Jesus Christ.
Nice.
Like, I can do that graphic in 11 seconds. I can
Nice.
do it in 5.
Rob was looking for a mini, pulling out everything he's ever owned, and Greg's like, I got it.
I have
Yeah.
ladders, Matt, and we were debating what we could use for a
I
trophy.
like it. I like it.
But like in Rob fashion, he didn't pull out a ladder. He pulled out the green faced devil.
Right.
Well, the cool thing would be if you had a sculptor who could design it so the ladder supported the figure, but still
Exactly.
looked like it was falling.
Right.
That's a challenge. That's,
Yeah.
So
not
So
everybody
what-
can do equestrian statues or sophisticated stuff. You
Equestrian.
got to get a real talented individual in there.
So what are we doing? Is this like
This
an
is real.
award?
Every July 4th from now on, there's going to be the Tankies. The award will be a statue of your bald ass falling off a ladder with a 1 on top of a D20 with a 1 on it. And we have now 6 judges.
Why-
What
why
if his
July
head
4th?
was a D20?
Oh,
and then it
the
would be
bald
by
D20.
default. You don't put hair on a dice.
What?
And it's going to submissions are PDF only. We're not looking for physical
Yeah.
product. We're not looking to have stuff to resell.
Print at home capable.
Yes.
That-
Yes.
that's a bonus, right? If it's print at home capable, that's like, oh, that's an extra point. And we should have a scoring method for what was going.
Yep.
And we don't need like 95 categories like the Ennies.
No.
We need like 7.
And you should have cool category names like fucking awesome art. Or,
There you go.
That's it.
Something like
Yes. That's it.
Mhm.
Yep. That's it. All right. So
Cool.
we'll have our parameters. We'll come up with a simple shit that even the idiots like in the OSR that like us can handle. And we'll do it. That's it. We got 6 judges all here, and every year we have the Tankies.
Keep it
Awesome.
simple.
Yeah, keep it simple for all of us idiots.
So wait, why are we
Right.
doing it July 4th? Just
Yeah, because it's 1 year. We got to get time to get it rolling. I
Oh,
guess
you
we
just
can
want
do
the
it
time.
sooner. I guess if you want, don't matter, right? What do you want to do, Eric?
Summer's kind of. I mean, I guess for us old farts, it's not that bad, but I think summer's kind of bad for RPG because some of us do stuff outside, have families that travel, and it's already a holiday, which means people will be looking at other things. What
So when
if
do you
you
think?
what if you paired up with the con and gave it out at the con?
We could
North
announce it in North
Texas.
Texas. That would be the first week of June. Or we could announce it at ShireCon, which would be
ShireCon is nice, and that's ShireCon got the old school vibe. It's a small, little, friendly, happy con, and that
Yeah.
gets your asses up here too, guys. You're all close enough to drive out or fly up,
Yeah.
I ain't driving all the way up there.
huh?
Especially when he knows he can't win because he's one of the judges.
Yeah. That's true.
So, do we have official judges already?
Us
Yeah.
right here.
Oh,
Us.
oh,
That's it. We're in.
cool. Cool. Awesome. Yay.
Who else would you want as a judge except for this?
You
this
don't want
group
an
right
even
here?
number of judges. You need to bring in one more guy, maybe Bad Mike or somebody.
All
to
right.
make
All right.
7. So then you can't have a
Tiebreakers.
tie. Yeah,
That's true.
No,
Yeah,
you're right.
that's true.
You're right.
Yeah. All right. Bad Mike, you've been nominated. You're a judge now too, man.
Yeah, I second that. Bad Mike.
Mad Mike, you're number 7.
That's perfect. If we do it at ShireCon,
Yeah.
even maybe if we can pull up a live stream, Eric, or something from the con. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
I like
definitely. To work that. So it would have to be not this year's ShireCon, but
Yeah,
next ShireCon,
Of course.
which then means that we would run submissions from
January
say,
1st.
August 1st to the
Of
end
this year?
of this coming year, this year, through the end of July. So they have 12 months of product.
Okay. Yeah,
So
that's
we'll-
cool.
You know, or anything written in that period, and then that makes sure that you also have at least a month and a half to get the last stragglers reviewed and
It gives us time to go over all the stuff. Yeah. No, that's cool. That's cool. We'll come up with the categories. Shit, that means we got to come up with the categories in the next couple of weeks. If it's all right. We'll figure it out.
The way our text messages go, I think we'll probably have it by noon on Monday.
We'll have to filter out the insults and find the categories though, and the ball busting that we do, and then that's how you narrow it down.
Why don't you create a channel on your Discord server, and we'll just do it there.
That's cool.
That way, it's kind of organized.
Yeah, well,
we're organized. Who's Discord server? Joe's.
That's where we all kind of hang out.
Joe's. Joe's. And
not Eric's. You can't find shit on that.
Yeah, I can't.
There's too many channels on mine.
Eric has a Discord's like a black hole.
Yeah. You still do that shit on the Discord? Those live Sunday stuff, Eric? Or is that still a thing?
Thursday night.
Yeah. Okay. Wasn't there a Sunday morning thing once? I was on.
There was. They were doing like. It was like live podcast. That lasted about. I was not involved in that except for occasionally.
I did it once. I did it one time. I think I heard. Rob and Tim were on there once.
Oh my god,
that was epic. That was before I kind of knew Rob that much, and I knew Tim more so. And I'm like, man, Rob could talk, man. Tim just like shut him down.
He's being quiet tonight.
No, I'm talking about that show, Rob, a few years ago. I remember that one. That was
I know
really
what
good.
you mean.
That was really good.
Tim had a chat about it with me.
Yeah, did he? Yeah, chat.
I gotta share with you guys.
Notice I set it away to leave it up to your imagination.
Yeah, you gotta sit down. You gotta like the mafia style, sit down, right?
Yeah. Don't make me break your vocal cords.
So, right? Matt, what's in that door behind you?
That's my attic.
That's your attic? It goes through that.
Don't ask. It's this stupid little hobbit door.
Fit in there.
There's a whole bunch of gaming stuff stored right there. And oh, look, there's the blower for the air in the furnace. It's stupid. Dumbass design. What happens when you're buying a house and you're moving in the army and you have 2 weeks to buy a house and you're like, ooh, I like this area. Let's buy this.
Good enough. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Good enough house. Yeah.
So hold on. Before tonight's over with, I have one thing that I wanted to share with everybody.
Yes.
Okay. So Eric, can you share my screen? Can we do that?
If you put it up.
Let's see. How do I do that? Okay.
Down at the bottom is the share button.
I got it. Hold on.
Make sure it's not.
Hopefully, you don't have as many monitors as I do.
Okay.
Matt, is this the map of that tavern I asked you for
no.
a month and a half ago?
I know this is going to be a surprise to everybody, but I have officially been canceled. They finally came for me. So,
Questing Beast came for you?
Yes. So first of all, I want to say, Eric, congratulations.
Yes.
Ben Milton watches your show, or one of his buddies does, because if you remember and you watch this show, and your viewership is probably going to go up because they're going to come watch. If you remember, I think I called him a doucher in one of the previous videos.
Did you really?
I was talking about the new OSR.
He's a doucher.
Yeah.
Well, okay, thank you for supporting me. But anyway, everybody quiet for a minute. If you remember last year, there was a module written that was great. It was the Sepulchre of Seven, and
the one
somebody took one of my maps. And let me build up the story here. So a gentleman took one of my maps. I think it was one of the ones I did during the pandemic when it first started. And I basically said, take my map, do whatever the hell you want with it. It's free for everybody to use. He took that map. It inspired him. He actually took a map of Dyson's and put them together and made a fantastic adventure. And everybody, what is it? Is it 10-foot pole or whatever that dude, Bryce?
Oh, yeah, Bryce.
Yeah. Bryce said, this is fucking amazing. And so I had kind of bragged about it on my blog. But hold on. Watch and listen to what good old buddy Ben here does.
Can we hear him, Eric?
Should be able to.
All right. So here you go. You ready?
Right near the beginning of the book, we get two pretty excellent maps. This one is created by Dyson Logos. This one is done by another cartographer, although they blend together very well.
Whoa.
You got that? So I know he watches your show because I dipped on him, and now he totally ignored me and said,
another cartographer. Fucking asshole.
No,
is your credit in the book? Is your name in the book somewhere?
Well, no. The best part is the author actually reached out to me after he released it. And I know you guys don't know this, but I have a blog, And I bragged about the fact that Bryce, who bashes everybody, actually says in his review of this module that if you're looking for what a great dungeon map is, this is it. And so I was kind of bragging about it. The author came on my blog and commented and said, my map was the one that fucking inspired the whole thing. So I just think it's hilarious that then now Ben totally, some other photographer. So now I have not only fake Dyson, but now I'm going to start signing everything some other photographer.
Some other photographer.
Some other photographer.
That's a good thing for a publishing
like
company.
that fucking cop guy.
Oh, wait, hey.
Oh, so this is what you're talking about by being canceled.
Yeah, because he
did a Soviet style, the man's not in the picture anymore kind of deal.
Yeah. I just
thought
it was funny. One of my friends saw it and shared it with me over the 4th of July weekend, and I was like, fuck.
What a dick.
Our videos.
What a dick.
Somebody either told him or somebody, I just thought it was hilarious because I'm like, wow.
Some other cartographer. And your name is in the book, isn't it? I would imagine, right?
Yeah.
What a fucking bitch.
I'm downloading the PDF. I'm going to see what kind of legs what kind of bullshit excuse he's going to be able to come up with. Because that is total bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, some other photographer.
I just think it's hilarious because clearly it bothered him.
But you know what? It might. You know what the problem is, Matt? Dyson is only one word. Matt Jackson is two, and maybe the vocabulary ability does not expand beyond single words. So he wasn't able to. He wasn't able to be what?
Everybody just getting out their flamethrowers, man.
You're picking on. Listen, only we can pick on fucking Matt. God damn it!
You got a point.
It's like the little redheaded brother that we could all beat him up, but God damn it, if somebody else hits him,
we'll create logos in real time that disrespect him, but we'll be damned if anybody else.
Nobody else.
We do it out of love.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right here.
The latter is out of love.
Like 6 Irish brothers here. That's what it is, We'll kick each other's asses, but you better not kick our asses.
No, but the author, I just shared that link in our chat, Eric, if you want, for the actual adventure. His name, I don't remember what his name is, but Hexanome. It's a fantastic adventure. Dyson's map is great in it too. And the way the author, he actually changed my map slightly and he put in kind of Tucker's kobolds, but the adventure is fantastic. I highly recommend it. It's written for BX OSE, but it's great adventure. Definitely go check it out, and it's freaking free.
So here's the thing about the credits here. The only way he would have known that the second map was by Dyson, if he went to page 6, look at the credit, and it says level 2 map by Dyson, but you are between the cover credit and the level 1. You're right there, level 1 map by Map Jackson.
Well, like I said, it's not an accident. It's probably because I called him a doucher. Well,
now he officially is.
If the shoe fits, Ben, put it on.
Yeah.
So. If the shoe fits.
Matt, you've been officially unpersoned.
Yep.
Please join the club.
Yeah, I know. It's been so long. I'm really surprised it took this long, but whatever.
If the douche nozzle fits. There it is, right there. Fucking asshole. Seriously.
But hey, at least we know that,
and you're in the first sentence too. This adventure was inspired and would not exist without the maps by Map Jackson and Dyson logos.
And your map is far better than his. I mean, all bum busting aside, it's a far better map than his shit
they're
map.
both good. Dyson's a good map.
Oh, please.
He's a good cartographer. I mean, I know I give him shit too, but most of that is because stuff that happened outside of his map making. I mean,
right.
His maps are great. They've done a great job inspiring everybody. I mean, you go on Reddit now, every third map is a Dyson clone. So, I mean, he's done great to get our styles kind of back out there into the world, what we like to see on a map. He's done a great job. I mean, I'm not going to knock the guy. I don't like the guy. The guy doesn't like me for silly reasons, but whatever. I mean,
some other guy.
Yes, he doesn't like fake Dyson or some other guy. So,
fucking asshole. Everybody should go, because this is on drive-through, and you could comment down there. So,
and you can go to the review of the video. I almost made a snarky comment on there and go, and like, hey, this is
review
the
bomb
other
it?
guy, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna be above that. I'll just whatever.
No, I'm not
Mention
above
everything.
anything.
I don't know.
I'm not above
Somebody should
anything.
post up hey, dude, the other photographer is Matt Jackson. It's right there in the first sentence of
Well,
the
they'll probably just delete it. What's the point?
Well, if he does, he's
deletes
even
it,
more of a
that's-
doucher.
Listen, if he deletes it, then that's something of its own.
Yeah.
My suggestion is put up your comment, screenshot your comment being there, and if it gets deleted, screenshot and delete. I'm happy to look at that. I'm
Yeah.
happy to point it out.
Yeah.
Right, guys, I just thought it was funny. We ain't got to go to war over it. I just think it's.
Oh, we're going to the mattresses, Matt. We're going right to the fucking mattresses.
Under the
mattresses.
mattresses.
Dude, Ian, we cover all OSR. We start from Lightbox and go. I talk about AD&D, but the live streams talk about wherever the live streams go. This is like herding cats as a cat.
Oh,
all right,
yeah.
so. And by the way, Matt, you'll like what Bad Mike has to say.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't following one
Jason
comment.
is a POS also. So
That's
it's like
so
clean
sweep.
sweep.
Yeah.
Oh man, screenshot my asshole.
Gee, Bad Mike, tell us how you
Yeah,
really
man.
feel.
Don't hold back, buddy.
Fucking hell.
Bad Mike, by the way, you've been nominated to be the seventh judge for the 2023 Tanky Awards, which if you look at Greg Christopher's current icon, it's going to be the ladder to success, basically. Just don't fall off it. But yes, we're working on it. You've been nominated.
Yep.
You're number 7.
Yep. And by nominated, it means you really can't say no. You're in. So it'd be fun. Are we going to give the award out at ShireCon, right, Eric?
Yeah, I would say. Yeah, I'll
You going to let him know?
I'll talk to Tom. I'll talk to Tom this year and say, hey, listen, those bunch of assholes that are on every other Friday night have decided that we're doing an industry award for the OSR, and we'd like ShireCon to be the place. Like Gen Con is for the Ennies, ShireCon will be for the Tankies.
Yeah. Yep.
I do have an idea for the for a category
Categories?
in honor of Matt. Yeah, it's the we should have a category for the RPG with the fewest rules for the year.
Okay.
Simples, the rules, the most rules light.
Yeah, the most rules light, however you want to put it.
All right.
What is the title of the award, though, should be the longest one out of all. It should be the rule book with the shortest number of words per page. Therefore, by like just really convoluted.
We're gonna have fun with this because the OSR is about having fun, right?
Yeah.
We enjoy it. God, I hate people that feel like they're gatekeepers. No. But we are 6 different personalities here who all have different views on gaming. 7 if you got to throw in Mike. And that's what's going to make this level of judging more valuable because we're not people that think along the same lines. God, if you listen to Rob and myself argue about stuff, Joe, Tim, Greg, Matt.
Never me.
Throw in Mike. I mean, we're all going to be on a different page, but at the end, we
occasionally
get to
Tim
the same
complains
spot.
about some things.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
Occasionally.
Ben Mike Dyson falsely said Tenkar and I wanted to do what Lanasa did. He just beat us to it. Yeah, apparently that's the reason why I don't like.
I didn't know you were aspiring fraudster.
I know.
God.
Wait. Hold on. You got to use the proper phrase. Allegedly.
Oh yes. Well, I
Mike,
think that the centerpiece award of the Tenkar Golden Ladders should be most likely to actually get fucking used.
Yes,
that's a great one. That's
that
like
is
that
the
one.
centerpiece.
Yes,
the most important award.
Yeah,
most likely to actually get
used at the table. Yeah. And Bad Mike, I just sent you an invite to my D&D Discord server, and I created a new channel called the Tankies.
Yes.
So it's there.
I love
it. Mike, I already brought the North Texas 3 Castles Awards every year. Didn't miss it. But again, that's a design award. All right? We're not talking necessarily about design being judged by other game designers. We're talking about products that, best best effing photography in the gaming world. Oh, okay.
Rob, how many times did you lose the 3 Castle Awards?
I guess twice now, because even though this year I wasn't
many
aware,
times did you
nobody
lose?
told me that I actually got. I mean, I did send in my book, but nobody say, "Hey, Rob, you're on the list this year." And then I just did a random Google search for something, and I thought 3 Castles Awards. Somebody actually had a list, and I can't find their official website. So I asked Eric, "Hey, who won the 3 Castle Awards?" Silent. Chirp, chirp. Hey, Eric. Hey, and then him and Bad Mike were chatting somewhere, and I said, "Hey, guys, who won the 3 Castle?" Chirp, chirp, chirp. Well, finally, I crashed their show Wednesday and asked them flat out, who won the freaking 3 Castle Awards.
Well, if you got to ask, it's not you.
Yeah. I know it's not me.
All right, yeah.
Some people have lost as much as Rob or more. Okay.
Some people have lost as much as Rob. But he's the only one that's here that I can give shit to.
Yeah, well.
The site is down.
Because I think you were there for the very first one, Rob. Didn't you?
Yes, I was nominated for the very first one, and I was pleasantly surprised because I didn't submit anything. They just asked me out of the blue, "Hey, we're doing this," and no, actually, they didn't ask me. They just said,
They just took it and said, "Fuck you, Rob. We're just taking your shit."
No.
Oh, okay. Well, when I tell a story, that's what happened.
Okay.
I just sent another link there, Bad Mike. I don't know what you mean the site is down. My Discord site, we're all in there talking shit already.
No, he's talking about the North Texas site.
Okay.
North
Texas site, yeah.
Okay. Oh God, this is good. This is a good way to fucking end it. We have a new award.
Category with the fewest word count. We're gonna have to figure out some way to word that so that somebody just doesn't send a joke. It has to be a real product.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad Greg went the positive way, because in my head I was thinking, product less likely to be used, or in Matt Jackson's, the product that will most likely end up in Jackson's trash bin.
Yep.
Yes. The worst product.
And hey, when you finally get Hobbs on, ask him about that. Because that motherfucker cried and cried.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, he was so offended.
What happened?
Now you can't just bring this up.
Yeah.
What was it?
Which worm? Wormwitch? What was it called?
Hold on. I know it was the author just released something called Willow. Oh boy, we're so going to piss off a bunch of new OSR people.
Willow was a setting, right? That was
So was this thing. It was kind of like
it was like a small setting, and the book literally it was. Oh, here we go. Hold on, I found Willow is the Grim
Worm
micro set. Yeah, it was like Worm something. I don't know. Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up.
Paper
sounds like a personal issue.
Greg.
Lazy Lich's Loot. That's what the publisher was. Anyway, I got this thing, and I it sounded nice. It was like a zine kind of thing.
Right.
I was like, oh, this looks kind of cool, and I got it. And you know me, I have a problem with the whole woke stuff.
No, the hell you say?
No.
Please.
Woodfall.
Let's not bring that up.
That's what it was.
I was like, don't cancel me, damn it.
This is what I mean. We've got 6 very different personalities here, and yet in the end, we would all go out for drinks if we were closer. Because
I think whoever wins your what was it, Greg? The most likely to be used supplement or whatever.
Most likely to actually get fucking used.
Okay, I think that person gets invited to the bar after the awards are announced, and then
are you thinking people are actually going to show up to this?
No,
that's not what I was going to say.
There's a method to my madness.
Okay,
we buy them drinks. We have like an official drink made for them or something like that. So the rare person that does show up, we actually buy them like drinks.
If they do. I mean, ShireCon, you got about 100 people up there in Northwest Connecticut, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a nice little convention, man. It's a nice convention. Yeah.
So it's Woodfall. It's by Lazy Lich's Loot.
Woodfall, yeah.
But it's like a kumbaya utopian dream setting. It's like
why was Hobbs pissed?
dark fantasy, and it's like they
because
all
he threw it away, and he thought
it was crap. I mean, sorry guys, I know you worked hard on the product.
Did Hobbs write it?
What? No. But it was just crap. It was woke crap. So I took it and I was
You
like,
took-
wait. Stop. I want to stop you.
He
What
took a
is-
picture. He took a picture of it in the trash can,
yeah.
and then Hobbs was
got
just
all
like,
offended.
yeah. It was
You
so
should have
funny.
just mailed it to me. I would have taken it. I was like, no, it shouldn't go to anybody. It
Doesn't
should go
deserve
where I
to
put
be
it.
sent in the mail.
Yeah.
This reminds me
So
of
offended I threw it away.
Eric's Vornheim review where he threw the book off of his.
Yeah. It was one of his very first YouTube videos.
I remember that. Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
I one day I'll have to relink it when we do the show. But yes, back when I was doing the puppet,
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot the puppet. Yeah, because I was
I
remember that.
don't understand this. Boink.
Yeah.
And actually, after I did it, I went, "Oh fuck! I actually did it." I was like,
What's named that puppet? You named him something, didn't you?
Feltothraxis. I think Ivy named.
Yeah,
Yeah. Ivy
was it
did?
Ivy? I know because actually I think Ivy was talking to Eric before I even did.
Yeah,
I think
Ivy
so.
named it- yeah, Felt
Yeah,
On the blog, way back.
yeah, way back. Yeah,
Feltothraxis.
The world was
I was
flat.
like, who the fuck is that guy? Okay, he's got a puppet. He's strange enough. Let me see
Yeah,
this.
you know,
Why is he
Weird
talking
something.
to my wife?
interacting with a kitty cat. What the hell is going?
Right.
If I went back and started doing those puppet videos, I would probably be, oh man, erased. Like, who is this guy doing these offensive green? Why is it a green dragon puppet and strange voice? Oh no, would not survive.
Hey, I got a quick question. So, ShireCon,
Yes,
it's only one day. So, do you fly in on Friday night, stay the night, get drunk, and play games all day the 17th?
there's a pre-con Friday night where they do like board games and stuff. So what I am doing this year, I used to just drive up and then drive back on Saturday from New York.
It's a long drive.
This year, Rach and I are going to be going up. We'll leave like Friday morning. We have a hotel in town. It ain't cheap, but
Is it a hotel or is it a bread and breakfast?
well, I don't know. Well, yeah, they have a restaurant that's only open from like 4 to 9.
Yeah, it's a small
Yeah.
town, but there's a town nearby, Litchfield. There's a little more activity going on.
Yeah, I figure this one, if I decide to partake in adult beverages, I don't have to worry.
Yeah.
And the con goes from like 8 o'clock in the morning. I think the first game is 9, but doors open up at 7:30, 8 o'clock. Runs till I want to say 8 or 9 at night, and then there's pretty much I guess a hangout. I've never been there that long because I'm usually driving home at that point.
I usually bust out about 6 o'clock. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I bring a cooler up there full of beer.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's just it's a very nice, relaxed atmosphere.
Chill.
I swear to God, and the location is picturesque. I enjoy the drive up there. So
Tiny little town. It's a country town, dude. It really is. I mean, and everybody's chill. I mean, my first time I go up there, like I said, I brought a cooler, a beer, or whatever, and I'm walking around. I think I had Sam Adams, and I walk up to Delaney and, hey Jeff, how you doing? He goes, hey, where'd you get that beer? I said, come on over. First thing he asked me.
There are priorities. Joe Block should be there.
Yep.
Matt
He always
Roberts
has a display. Yeah.
It's just a lot of maybe possibly Ian McGartney. He usually comes down from where's he like
Michigan,
New Hampshire,
isn't he?
Vermont. Yeah.
Oh, is he up that way? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's up that way.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think Delaney is New Hampshire, but on the Mass border. So for him, it's nothing.
right. It's not that bad, and I believe Tom from the Tabletop Tap Room, Star Frontiers guy, a nice video channel. I think him and his wife plan on coming down for it. So it's going to be a lot of people that.
You gonna go, Matt? You gonna go this year?
That's how I was just looking. I was trying to figure out. I've flown into Boston before, and that
Fly to Hartford,
from here
man.
is 8.
What about Hartford? What's a Hartford flight? It's
Well, I don't know.
Bradley Airport, Bradley
I'm a
International.
psycho. I'm
Is
flying.
that a real city, Joe?
Yeah, believe it or not. They have the
So
Bradley
it would take
International.
me 8 hours or 10 hours to drive there
Well,
because
grab Tim, throw him in the car, and take turns.
I attended LARP events there.
Oh, there it is. We finally hit it.
Oh,
We finally hit it. Drink, everybody. We thought you were going to get by without him saying it.
there we go.
Let me see if I can fly right
One time I drove out to that area on Route 6 across northern PA. That was a trip and a half.
Dude, you literally went like, I don't know, 200 feet past my parents' house in the Poconos. And you came out of Holy. We're right off of Route 6.
Matt, do you have a direct
Sure,
flight
fine.
from Nashville to Hartford, Bradley International
I don't know. That's
Airport?
what I'm looking. I've got a direct flight to Boston and to New York.
Well, how about Tweed? Tweed Airport in New Haven. It's a little airport, but all of a sudden they're expanding and they got more flights to random ass places. So I figured where you live is a random ass place. You might go there, you know?
What the fuck? We got like a huge airport. I don't live in the bumfuck nowhere. Oh, wait. I have a Breeze Airline. Oh, what is that? Like a fucking back of an eagle or something? Never heard of them. That's a nonstop. That's not bad. Yeah, prices are cheap.
Yeah. We bought our planes from Spirit because only the best will do.
Yeah, because if I go out there, I'm not going to want to just do one night. I want to kind of hang out for the weekend.
Well, Tim, you come up here Friday. We'll come up a day early. On Friday, we will go to Complete Strategist down in New York. We'll have a great time down there. And on Saturday, we'll do the thing. And you leave here on a Friday. That's all, you know. Sunday rather, you know. So you come up Friday, we'll have a good time. Saturday, the con, and then boom, we're done. You know, that's good.
Boom.
Bada boom.
Would Hartford work for a good flight?
Yeah, Hartford, dude, it's not bad at all. Yeah. And I got a couch. I got a couch that pulls out to a bed. Anyone's welcome on it.
You can fit both, like all three of you on it. You
The
know?
idea that more than two people would want to go to Hartford at the same time seems really unusual to me.
I'm gonna wrap this up only because we're going into the weed for stuff that should be done on our time.
Weed? You got weed?
No.
Oh.
No edibles either. So shush.
I'll bring those.
Listen, folks, a huge thank you to everybody who has been on this channel.
Who has suffered through this night.
Oh, God bless you all.
All 9 of you.
Huge thank you to Don. Don from Wizard Tower Games. He donated $100.
Yeah, that's great.
For the
Awesome,
college fund that's going on. So I will be matching that. After I empty my bladder, I'm going to be going to the Twitch channel myself over at Goodman Games to see what stuff is being auctioned off that I probably can't afford, but still like to look because, again, Jim's going to do an entertaining auction. I know that. Other than that, folks, whatever. You have common sense? Good. Use it. There. That's my pandemic speech.
It's gotten shorter and shorter as time goes on.
One day you might stop saying it.
One day, but then I'll have to talk about monkeypox, and that's going to be just basically
that's true. That's true.
You know,
a lot of cases in New York. I'm not going to sit on any toilets down there on Saturday, dude.
You know, I would
get it from
monkeypox comes down to one thing: be a good Catholic, abstinence before marriage.
Hey, just a heads up, guys. There's a home. They already sold 106 out of 125 tickets.
So what? ShireCon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then buy a fucking ticket. Get in there, man. Buy those tickets. Did I buy a ticket already?
Those tickets.
Fuck, I gotta buy a ticket too. I don't know if I bought a ticket. I gotta
buy those tickets.
Ooh, extra swag. What's extra swag?
Yeah, they have a swag bag too. Oh.
Yeah, they do a pretty good like auction for the con.
Yeah.
Stuff that's donated by different publishers. Usually, Frog God sends a nice amount of stuff out there. So,
yeah, I bought his swag bag last year online. He had extra ones, and it was a nice collection of stuff.
Oh my God! But the only convention that I actually have up in front of me right now is VengerCon 2022.
Nice.
Thank you, Bad Mike. Because Bad Mike's going to be up there in Madison until like the day before, so he's going to miss it.
If only Vinger knew what we talked about on our text chat.
Oh.
I'm going to leave that there for him to wonder.
Folks, as always, thank you all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you haven't subscribed, we'd like to hit 1,500 by the end of the month. We're a little bit over 1,400. I'll give away more shit if you guys can get others to subscribe. Fun times. Be safe, be well. God bless. Roll those dice, roll them well, and I will be back again tomorrow with Game with Health, my wife, at 8 p.m. Oh, and I'm going to the Mets game tomorrow, so hopefully I'm
Nice.
Apparently, I'm not the one driving, so I'll be.
Even better.
It's a suite. It's a corporate suite, so
Ooh,
even
nice.
better. Oh yeah,
Yeah, look at this.
yeah. I nothing to do with me, just the right place at the right time. All right, folks. Thank you much.
Toodles.